here. We made it, power folks. We made it.
Mm,
We are
mm.
here in the series finale. This Clark Brothers Western Hub coming at you again with our official watch party. The
Raising
countdown
Canaan.
to
Man,
the
we in.
end of an era, the
Wow.
end of a season, and the end of a series.
Man, oh
Raising
man.
Canaan, Book 3 of Power, Raising Canaan. Boy, has it been a journey. 5 years of
Right,
investment, five
right.
years
Fans
of.
investing in the show from the
Yep.
beginning, getting a kind of like the answers to the test from OG Power,
Hmm.
and then you come here and you start the journey of Canaan and Rock. You went into the
Yeah.
show, you know, trying to find out about Canaan, interested in finding about Canaan, and
Hmm.
then this is definitely one of the few shows where it's named after the person it's named after is you know wasn't really the by the end the main person.
Right.
This kind of
Where's
ended
this
up
from?
being, yes, it was about Canaan, but this kind of ended up being about Rock as well, just as much as it was about Canaan. So we got a chance to
Well,
learn
I
about
mean, it
Rock,
it has the
learn about
perfect
Canaan,
name. It has the
raising
perfect
Canaan,
name.
right?
The
That's
name, yeah, the name is does give you the impression that it's really about the person or the people that raised Canaan. That's why it's
right.
called Raising Canaan. So, uh, really, leading up to this series, as we know, we don't have to explain to the Power Verse fans how we got to this particular show. But obviously, Kanan, who played by 50 Cent brilliantly, um, one of the main characters in the original Power series. Everyone, they planned on breaking it off, and after they killed his character, and what was he killed in season 4, or something like that,
Yeah, I believe he was killed
or
in
5?
season
Yeah, season
four
4.
or five.
I think season
Well,
4. But
it
anyway,
must have been
once,
season five because four he was in jail.
yeah. So he was in jail. Kanan
I
wasn't in
think.
jail in
I
season
no,
4.
I think Ghost was in jail all of season
No,
four.
oh
Because
yeah.
that's when
Well,
Kane got close
Kanan was
to.
killed off, I believe, season
Right,
5. I'm a little behind
right,
on that. But the point is, we got a chance now to see his upbringing, his backstory, how he became this ruthless character that we all knew and hated. Kanan,
right.
who was, pulling the strings from the beginning in the first season of Power, sending the people after Ghosts, manipulating Ghosts, all this stuff. Jukebox got introduced through Kanan. Pretty much everything that happened bad to the St. Patrick family happened because of Kanan, you know, for the most
Yep.
part. So now we get to go back and see where it all began. So that's how we get here to obviously to book 3, uh, Raising Canaan. So now what we're gonna do, we got a nice little watch party set up for you guys as we go into at 12 a.m. We will watch. Obviously, we're not going to be able to put the thing on the screen, but
Right.
we will watch it with you guys. You guys make sure you get ready to start the show at 12 a.m. and we'll all
Right.
watch it together like a family. We'll grieve together. We'll get angry together.
Right.
We'll get excited together. And we will watch this show that has consumed our lives for the last 5 years come
Yep.
to an end. So,
Wow. It's so
but leading
the
up to
time
that, we're
went
going to
so
talk a
quickly.
little bit. Right. Leading up to that, we're going to talk a little bit about how we got here in the first place. To go through some highlights of the original, the first 4 seasons of this show. This show obviously is the first show that took place without Courtney Kemp. That's an important note. Courtney Kemp did not develop this show. She did not write it. It is written and showrun by Sasha Penn. Courtney Kemp, of course, always is going to get creator credit because she created the character of Kanan and Jukebox. Those are the only two characters in this show that Courtney Kemp actually created. The rest of the characters were created by Sasha Penn, and I'm sure 50 Cent has something to do with it. Because a lot of these characters are loosely based off 50's life, from the mother on down. So that's a good point to mention. And yeah, so we'll go over highlights. So this is the first show without Courtney Kemp. It's takes place. It's the first. It's a prequel show, so it takes place in the late '80s into the '90s.
Right.
Um, in Southside Jamaica, Queens.
The
Now
actual
let's
first
not
scene. What was the
right
first scene was what 1980 when he
something
came
like
on
that.
when
Yeah,
Kanan was in school. I was
yeah. It was
just
like
watching
'85 or something like that. Yeah, he was young. He
something
was
like
like
that.
10 or
He,
something
he
like
was
that.
on somewhere.
So it was like '85 or '86, something like that. Because the way they had, according to the Power uh, Wikipedia, he's born in '75, so it was probably about '85, '86 when that happened. He was like 10, but yeah. So with it takes place then in South Jamaica, Queens. Another thing people not realize: this is the first show where we actually get to go to South Jamaica, Queens, because Power did not take place in Jamaica, Queens. It took place mostly in Manhattan. You had little things here where you might see them in Queens, but for the most part, Power took place in Manhattan. And Power Book 2
Yeah, they
also
got out
took
the hood.
place in Manhattan. Right. Also took place in Manhattan was Power Book 2 Ghost. It took place predominantly on the college campus and then all throughout Manhattan where Tariq was going. So this is the first this series. First off, I'll say what attracted me right out the gate was the fact that we were going to be set in Queens,
Hmm.
familiar territory for us, right? Um, and the 80s and 90s, also familiar territory for us. So
Era we came up in, so
automatically, I was I
familiar.
was I was on board right out the gate. So
Yeah, so I mean, man, it's been a long ride. It's hard to believe that this is now season five. And you talk about this debuting when 2000, uh, probably 2022, maybe.
two, yeah, something
Yeah,
like that,
somewhere like that
21,
because we're in
yeah,
2026, and every show took almost a year.
yeah,
So yeah, so we're talking 2022
hmm
probably was the first debut.
something like that, 21 or 22, yeah.
Going
Because
through the
remember, I
debut.
believe when they first started production of this show, we were just coming out of COVID. When they first started actually shooting the show,
Yeah,
I think it still was COVID when they actually first started shooting it.
right.
Um, when they first started filming, and so they went through. Because I remember seeing actors talking about that going through the COVID era. Um,
Mhm.
so it was, yeah, it was back then. It was about 21, 22 when they premiered, and so with that, we get to we're gonna go over with you guys a little bit. And shout out to everybody who's jumping in the chat room. If anybody leave your comments in the chat room. Hopefully you joining us. We see a lot of people have joined. Enjoy this watch party leading up to the actual
Yeah. Mhm.
finale of this
Where
show.
we'll be a comment giving you scene by scene coverage.
Hmm.
Of course, like I said, we can't show it, but we'll be as you're watching it. I'm sure everybody that's in here
Yeah.
that aren't isn't coming to here to watch the show. I'm sure you all have
Right.
it. But what we're gonna do is react to it in real time, so
Yeah,
you
we'll react
guys,
to it in real time. So
we can get
spoilers for
instant
you who
reaction.
don't have the app. If you think you sit here with us, and after 12 o'clock, if you gonna be mad about spoilers, here's your spoiler alert now. You can hang out with us up to 12 o'clock, and then you're gonna have to log off if you don't want to get this episode spoiled
So
for
it's
you.
actually been
But
5 years, pretty much on the head, because July 18th, 2021 was season one. So it's actually been 5 years. The 5 years of 5 seasons, yeah. So the,
yeah, so
because it did take,
so
it's taken. The first
took a while.
episode was July 18, 2021. Season two
Mhm.
started a year and a month later, August 14th, 2022. And then
Mhm.
the largest gap, I mean, that wasn't the largest gap. Season three was December 1st, so it was actually a year and September, October, November, 4 months later. But then the largest gap was from season three to season four. December 2023 was season three.
Mhm.
Season four didn't come on until March 7th, 2025.
Yeah.
And that is just too much. And
Well, I
then
mean that's
season
not their
five was
fault.
June
It's
12th,
that's
2022.
a network situation because remember around that time they wasn't even sure if they were gonna get a season five. They were probably trying to figure out if season four was gonna be their last season, and they didn't even know going into. I think when they finally went into season five, it might have been about 1 or 2 episodes in, they got renewed for season five or something like that. But leading up to that, they wasn't even sure there was going to be a season five.
Right.
So all of those type of things are network, Stars Network decisions, and they wanted to see how season four was going to turn out. So,
Right.
but that's where. So, basically, let's go ahead into recapping some of, not some of, all of the seasons. We'll go. We'll basically give some highlights from each season, kind of give you a little more context of the story of where we are now with the characters. Each one of
Mm-hmm.
these characters have evolved. The
Right.
evolution of every character. Very well written show from the beginning. Very very well acted show. And I've said this. I've went on Patina Miller's page. I've went on other page, and I've said it a million times over. I said on 50's page too. I said this is, in my opinion, the best cast of the Power
Right.
universe as far as acting, not characters. The original Power had the best characters, but as far as acting goes, this is the
Yeah.
best cast in my opinion.
Yeah.
What
Most
what what
definitely.
would you say?
I had OG Power first, but by the time this reached, I'll say, I had OG Power probably up to about season after season three. Once we reached season four, I kind of started changing my mind. I always had uh, OG Powerhead because of Amari and then Lorenz Tate. I mean,
Mm,
but by the time we reach season four, even though these actors and actresses are far less more experienced than the actors on OG Power, to me they did a better job. They did a better job arcing the characters. They did a better job resonating. And maybe it's because it's a little disadvantaged because maybe it's because of the timepiece and it's 80s and 90s, and that's my episode is going to resonate more to me. And they
and
had a
50
little
was a
bit
big
more
consultant.
to make it. They had a uh, little more wiggle room to make it more believable because those things back in the 80s and 90s, it's more believable to believe a cop got shot or someone got shot in broad open daylight, and there was no cameras and stuff like that back then. So
Mm.
it became much more believable. But the actors, man, those actors were
Hmm.
those they are perfect in the roles. So yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely think that they were the best actors.
they're the best actors. I mean, also remember they had a little more. 50 Cent has always been a consultant on all of the shows, but he was really had put his personal touch on this show because a lot of the characters are loosely based off of people that he actually knew in his life. So I think that helped. The fact
Yeah,
that 50 was this is the show that he's most involved in because he does all the voiceovers as adult Kanan.
right.
So he's in there. Um, so I definitely want. Yeah, I agree with you. They may have not been the most experienced, but you had a couple on here. Patina Miller is an experienced actress. She's a theater actress, and of course Omar Epps we know is a very experienced actor. Tony Danza. There's a few people in the cast, but he came on late. Tony Danza, so you know, there's a couple of vets in the cast. Wendell Pierce also being a vet, but the main core are London Brown. He's a comedian. London Brown
Yeah.
started as a comedian. He's a stand-up
Yeah.
comic. He did comedy. So he is a Malcolm Mays. He's pretty experienced actor. But he was in other
Very
shows and
good
stuff.
actor. You know,
Very good.
I,
They're all
I
very
kind
good.
of believe Malcolm made because of the rising popularity of Marvin. He kind of got lost in the sauce a lot. But let me tell you something. That guy can act. Like he can.
Yeah.
Malcolm Mays, his the way he went up and down the scale with emotion, from
Mm-hmm.
happy to
Yeah.
gangster to
Yep.
a lush to vulnerable to
Yep.
suicidal to I mean
Yep.
he just transitioned all of those roles, and then it's like you never felt like you never felt like he was he ain't no tough guy. When he went back to tough, he sold you. You still believe he
He
was
showed
tough.
you. Oh yeah, he
You
he
know,
he sold it on both ends. He definitely sold it
being
on
punked
each.
by rock.
Right.
You
Yeah. When
know,
he got punked out by Rock, but he never got punked by people on the streets. He just was
right,
vulnerable to Rock. I want to say this, and then we'll go into the recap of each season. But I also want to say one thing also about this particular show that made it special to me is this show was about family and about a family torn apart, a family that fell apart and destroyed each other from within.
yeah,
But they started out as a pretty loving, close family when you think
right,
about it. You
right.
never really had that with the other power shows. You know what I
Especially not,
mean? Like,
especially not the Tejadas. They never seemed close to me.
no, the
They were
Tejadas were never on the same page.
no,
They were never really on the same page, never close, always had something to say about
Ghost's
each other.
family seemed very distant. He was hardly ever with
Yeah.
them. You didn't really
He
see a
was
lot of
yep,
family
yep,
shots together, and
no,
that is because he was pretty much trying to keep what he was doing away from
away
his
from the
family.
family.
That's one
Yeah,
of
he was
the
trying to
ten
keep it
crack
away from
commandments.
as much as he could. So
Family,
so
your
with
business,
this
your business
family, you got a
separated.
chance to witness, okay, this is a family and uh so
Dinners,
I guess what I
games.
mean is you kind of, and I can speak for myself, anyone else can say what they say in the comments. uh I care about these characters a little more than I care about some of the other characters in the Power universe because
Right,
they're a family, because they come from where we come from, you know, the New York, and I'm not from South Jamaica, Queens, but we know that area. We got family in that area, so it's familiarity. But because they were a family and they operated and started this show as a pretty close knit family,
yeah,
I care about each and every character in that family. Whereas in Power, I really only cared about Ghost, Tommy, and maybe at one point, um, what's her name? Ghost's
Angela.
girl, Angela, Angie.
Yeah,
Yep. And then every now and then you switch, but I didn't really like lock in on anyone other than Ghost, like because it's told through Ghost's eyes, right? Kinda. So I didn't really care about any of the characters in the second in book two. I didn't care
Right.
about any of them. Any of them could have
Professor
died at
Milgram,
any given
for
moment, and I
obvious
wouldn't have
reasons.
cared. Right? I
Professor
wouldn't have
Milgram
cared.
don't want to care about for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
Other than
Milgram.
that,
Yeah,
other than
yeah.
that, I didn't really.
I didn't care about any of those
Lauren,
characters.
Lauren was all right.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I've never been a Tariq fan. I'm not a
no,
fan of, I like,
no, no, no.
Davis McLean.
I mean, I
I
liked
like his
some of their
character.
characters, right? I liked Kane. He was my favorite character, was Kane.
Yeah,
But I didn't really care about him.
I
Whether
care
he
whether he
lived
got
or
smoked
died,
or
I
not.
could care less. Yeah. And then if you go to Force, it's just Tommy. You followed Tommy to Chicago. That's the only character you really care about in Force.
Right.
So in this, they were able to pull off making you care about all of these characters, of the
Yep.
core characters. Am I right?
Yep. Of the core characters, you even started. I even started to feel a way when Crystal got clipped. I started to
Hmm.
even care about Crystal.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
mean,
so that they definitely I cared about Nicole. I was upset when Nicole died. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So this that is one thing that this show has done. Like you care, you not just like them, you
yeah.
care about these characters. Famous. I
Famous.
was
Yep.
upset when Famous died.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So
I was in
you care
denial.
about
I was like,
um,
he ain't dead.
um,
Same thing with Unique. Even when
Famous,
when
unique.
Unique,
Everybody unique,
everyone loved Unique so much
and he's
that
the
they bought
villain.
him back. Yeah, and he's the villain. He's the op, and they bought him back because he was such a beloved
Yeah, he was like,
character
we
in
don't
the
want
show.
Unique
They
to
like,
die.
we
You
don't know
care
if we
about
want to kill
Kanan.
him
You
off.
cared about Crystal.
Yep.
You cared about, you know,
Jukebox.
Amber. The little
Yeah.
girl that's been through so much.
Yeah.
Did a good job in making you care about these characters,
Yeah.
about much more characters than you
Whereas
did
you go back
only
to
in Power.
Power, you got Anna Lisa, whatever her name is, and you like you care you
You
kind of
needed
care about what
so
she, and
much.
then they snatch that from you by making her just kind of like forgive Tommy after he killed
Yeah,
her father and stuff like that. They just
yeah,
wrote it terrible. It was
yeah.
bad writing with that.
I mean, on that one, you killed. You kind of cared about Proctor a little bit, but then you start thinking like, yeah, Proctor was sneaky. He was doing
And he
underhanded
was,
stuff
yeah,
too.
he wore a wire, and that's a no no
Yeah,
in the
wore
Power
wire.
universe.
Then he
Yeah,
set he set up his wife to get the kid taken
yeah.
from her by fake. So he did some dirty stuff. Like
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Proctor did
everyone
a
in
lot.
Power is dirty. I mean, everyone in all the Power shows are dirty, but like I said, this what makes it different is the family element. Why do people love the Corleones? Because they're a family. Their family element. Why Godfather work? Because it wasn't a movie about gangsters. It was a movie about family. You see what I'm saying? So that's why this show worked, I believe, more so than a show about gangsters or drug dealers. Yes, obviously that's what it's about. But this show is ultimately about family because who's raising Canaan? They're all raising Canaan. Every
Yeah.
single one of them in this Thomas
Even
family
jukebox in a
helped
way.
raise Canaan. Even Juke, yeah.
Remember in the
So,
beginning, it was
yeah,
jukebox looking, trying to look out for him when they jumped him when he was a
yeah.
kid.
They all raised Canaan, so that's good. So we'll go into a couple of highlights from So season one, the theme of season one, people, was like the making of a monster, right? We all know what Canaan turned out to be. So now let's do this whole juxtaposition and show you a young boy who was actually afraid to get into a fight. It opened up with that, and he got jumped and right out the gate they showed us who these characters were. Kanan,
Right.
a little reluctant, you know, because he got beat up, he got jumped, and then Rock, who is obviously a single mother at this time, because and we'll go into the other characters, but she's a single mother, and she had to, as a single mother, what's one of your biggest problems as a single mother raising a young boy? uh, how to teach him to be a man. It's hard for a woman can't teach a man to be a man. But what she did was pushed him out there, made him go fight, get his stuff back, get his respect back. So
That's what got his name on the sheet. And he said that I've been my name been ringing ever since.
ever
She
since, because he went
took the
out there
stock,
and
put the
and
batteries in, and said, "Go back,
yeah,
go back up there or deal with me." And that
yep,
is ironically
basically,
kind of a story. Was kind of a true story. 50 Cent
yeah,
said that something like that kind of happened with
happened with
him
him.
when
Yeah,
he was younger. So that
yeah,
kind of like got Kanan going, and people started like, oh man, what I mean? They started
yeah.
recognizing him, and then dudes left him alone
So,
after that. After that
right,
part, they're pretty much like, yeah, this kid
so,
is he's no sucker. I mean?
right. So from
Like,
yeah,
and
go ahead.
he's in there, and remember, he's watching his mother. Different from him and Tariq is Tariq when he was younger had no idea that his father was a drug dealer, but uh, Kanan knows that his mother's a drug dealer.
From day one. So we're introduced in season one to a 15-year-old Kanan after they time jump from that, and now he's years before, obviously, than what he was in power. While Kanan believes he's learning how to become a man, he's actually being manipulated, shaped by manipulation, betrayal, violence, and the people closest to him, especially his mother. Right? In the main story, Kanan wants in. That was what really the main part of season one was. He wanted to be down with the family. Remember, at first Rock was trying to keep him in school, trying her, not as much as like Ghost was really trying to keep everything from his family. But see, Rock, once again, she didn't really a woman. Yeah, y'all hope don't come for me, women. It's the truth. A woman cannot raise a man. Not alone. They need men in their life. Now he did have a couple of men in his life, but he didn't have a father. But let's go back to that. Uh, so Kanan idolizes the drug game, right? And he wants to prove himself worthy of joining his family business. Unlike his future self, this version of Kanan is still innocent enough to believe loyalty matters. His biggest goal is earning the respect of his mother. So there's a talking point right there. Let's. I'm going over some of these highlights, but a good talking point right now is: do you believe that? First off, and everyone out there, do y'all believe? Was that one of Kanan's main goal was to kind of prove himself to his mother?
Yeah, I think the first season, um, that was his main goal because for whatever reason, he did not want his mother didn't want. She made it clear that's not life she wanted for him, and
Hmm.
I think Kanan kind of felt as though because there wasn't men around that he
Hmm.
would have to be the protector of his
Man,
mother.
yeah,
His mother was his
yeah,
whole world, and he wants to be like, you know what, we can protect each other. I can protect you if I'm in the same world as you.
yeah,
I can look out for you. You know what I mean? So it was
yeah.
kind of like the
Makes
loss
sense.
of innocence,
Yeah.
from there because once she realized that, after she was telling him to go to school or what have you, once she realized that he wasn't doing it, she was like, well, look, if you're going to be in the game, if you want to be in it,
Hmm.
this is what you have to do. And that was pretty much his initiation, so to speak,
Hmm.
was killing Malcolm Howard. You know, uh,
Well, yeah, that was what she.
to prove
But
himself.
right,
That was
right
pretty much his
before,
initiation.
right before she put him up to that, I call this the hit that changed everything. Was when he was believing he was helping his own family. He shoots and kills Buck 20, a rival drug dealer who worked for Unique, who was an op.
Mm-hmm.
The murder sets off a chain reaction. Gang war escalated, police investigations intensify. Kanan officially crosses the line into becoming a killer. That's the first person he's killed was Buck 20, right?
Right.
And like you just said, and you introduced Detective Howard, Malcolm Howard, who we all know played by Omar Epps, and he is Kanan's biological father. And
We end up
Rock,
finding that out like a couple of
yep,
episodes in that we find
couple
out that
episodes
Rock
in,
was
yep,
his CI. He
it's
ended up
CI,
she was actually young. He actually ended up coming on to her or what have you and having sex with her, getting her pregnant as a minor. So
yeah,
I think
yeah,
I think that is a
that's a
point
missed
that
point.
gets
That's
glassed
a
over a
missed
lot,
point. Yeah,
right? That a lot of people don't talk about, and a lot of people that our age definitely really talk about it because unfortunately people hate when I say this. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. That was normal. And
yeah,
sorry to let you know, in the
considered
80s and
normal at
90s,
least.
right? Well, again, in the 80s and 90s, that was a normal thing. You know,
Right.
and like you could even certain certain people say, "Oh yeah, when I was 17, my boyfriend was 25," or
Yeah.
that was happening in the hood. Girls in 16, 17 years old, they was dating dudes 24, 25. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So and
Yeah.
there was nothing really said about it back then.
So Unique was introduced, of course, as her biggest op. Unique was smooth, and rather than always relying on violence, he only got violent when he really needed to. He used patience, relationships, business strategies, and then when he needed to, he inflicted violence. So these are the main points of course, all the characters are introduced. Jukebox, Lulu, Marvin, they all are at one point already at different points in their lives. Uh, Starting points: Marvin struggling with anger management, him and Jukebox's relationship isn't that good. Lulu is the one who is trying to invest in music and his label. He's trying to look at that as a way to get out of the game, but he still
Jukebox is really
does.
discovering her
Yep. So
sexuality,
her
and
sexuality.
that's what
Yep.
happened with
She.
Nicole. He meets
Yep. Goes
a
up.
white girl named Nicole, whose parents are
Yep.
not only against black people, but they don't know that
Yeah.
she likes girls.
Yeah.
They don't know
So,
Nicole likes girls. So
and then of course, famous, who is Kanan's best friend, part of his little crew that he had was him, Kanan, and what was the other dude's name? His
D
other
Wiz.
boy, D Wiz. Right. So the season finale of that was season ends with alliances shifting, family trust beginning to crack. Kanan realizing the adults around him have been lying to him. Most importantly, Kanan takes his first irreversible step towards becoming the man audiences already know from Power. Right? So we know about that. Um, we know that his innocence was kind of lost in this first season, right out the gate. And then, it sets it up for a season two. Now, season one ended with him.
We got about six with about 18 minutes or 17 minutes on the clock. So
Yep, yep,
through. We'll see now that moves up to season two. Pretty much it ends
yep,
with Kanan shooting Malcolm Howard.
yep.
But we find out in season two that Malcolm
That
Howard
he didn't.
survived the
Yep,
hit.
yep. He survived the hit. And then he actually ended up getting, he had ended up getting like a transplant. Didn't Kanan give like a bone marrow or something like that? He gave something to him
Well,
that ended up saving his
Kanan didn't
life.
give a blow out, but I think he gave without knowing.
Uh,
Yeah,
Something
he
happened.
didn't
Yeah,
knowingly give him
yeah.
bone marrow.
Something happened, but I don't remember
Yeah,
exactly what happened. But we know that he ends up getting because he was dying. Remember, Malcolm was
he
dying,
was
and
dying.
then he ended up getting a new lease on life. Season two starts off with Kanan. out of the because they took Kanan out of the city, right? In season two,
Mhm.
Rock goes back and
Well,
gets him.
yeah, season two. See, at the end of season one, Symphony, who the guy Rock was seeing,
Yeah,
came and took Kanan out of the city,
yeah,
for Rock.
yeah. Right. Season two, she goes back to get him. Starts off with them on the beach. She brings him back. And season two was, that season was really like the rise of the Thomas family as far as their money goes. They started making a lot of money in season two because that's when they had that big apartment complex that they were selling out of, and they made a lot. They started. I think that's when crack started coming into play because it
So,
wasn't it.
so to correct us, um, the doctors explained when he was recovering from the gunshot wound, he planned on getting a bone marrow from Kanan, but then
Okay,
another police officer happened to be a perfect bone marrow match and donated a
that's what
bone
happened.
marrow to him. That's what
Okay,
happened. That's how he got the bone marrow.
okay, cool. So season two was kind of like the rise of their money, and that
Right.
I
And this is
actually,
actually when the trust actually started to break
yeah,
between Canaan and his mother. But as
yeah,
he is finding out that Howard is his actual father,
yeah,
Canaan is like not understand that right there kind of started the mistrust because
yeah,
Jukebox pretty much right before he left said, "Man, your mother put a gun in your hand and had you shoot a cop.
yeah,
Like, how do you feel about that?"
right. And
So
that cop happened to be his father, biological
um,
father. Something that so he never knew, and she never was gonna tell him, and so he found out. So that was pretty much season two. Season two ended with how did season two end? That was when was that
season
when she got shot and Unique saved her at the end?
um,
Was that
let's
no,
see,
season two was when they had
no,
the big shootout. Yeah, yeah, the big shootout. Um, Marvin and all of them. You thought Marvin might have. That they had a scare that Marvin might have got killed in season two.
right.
Remember?
Yeah, I believe what it was season two that already that the no, the end of season two that wasn't the oh yeah, the end of season two is when they had the shootout in the apartment buildings
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Marvin got saved, I believe, by the guy who he had having issues with, the crippled guy
mm,
or
yeah.
whatever. And but no, I don't know if that no what season maybe what season did she end on the roof where she was controlling everything? I thought that was the end of
That was
season
season
two.
two. That was season two. I think
That was
when
the
she
end of
was on the
season
roof.
two. So the
Yeah,
Marvin thing happened with the Italian mob because aren't they the ones who shot him?
yeah.
That was the
They're
end
the
of
ones who
season
shot
three.
him
That didn't happen
in
yet.
season three. So that was
Right,
also when she got shot and Unique saved her.
right. So that was the
Right.
same season.
Yeah.
So the end of season two, it seemed Rock had put the plan together. She had taken over the complex. When the police were coming, she had a little system where she would drop it down to the she had cut all that stuff out, and she had a agreement with the people down below on the other one where she would drop the drugs down, which is crazy to have the drugs in your house, right? They
Yeah.
would have they would having the drugs on their premises. They would drop it down to the other one, and then when the police would leave, they would send it back up. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
so she was she ended on the roof in that red. She was overlooking everything. She
Yeah.
was the top dog in Southside Jamaica,
Yeah.
right? Season three, this is where she felt as though she needs to expand. And this is where
Hmm.
things started going wrong. And this is when the feds started to,
Yeah.
creep in. The Italian mob and
Yeah.
the federal investigators began breathing down the Thomas family neck. Kanan had moved out of the house now. Because remember, he's trying to separate himself from his mother. This is
Yeah.
when he moved out and started his little weed business
Yeah.
with
We're famous.
Kanan.
Yep.
It's also
Has
where
a
we got
weed business.
introduced to Ronnie, Unique's brother,
Ronnie.
who got out of
Yeah.
jail in season 3.
Yep. And then that basically escalates to Kanan trying to do his thing. Ronnie decides to befriend Kanan. They start working together. Unique and Rock are now starting to mess with each other. You
Right.
know,
And it's a good
they,
the
yeah,
ironic thing that to two ops, because
yeah,
at the end of season 2, they were going to kill Rock. No, 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 no. Skip this.
that was
Season
season.
3. So they're doing. They're not a couple yet. They're doing business because um, they didn't become a couple until season 4, I believe, because
Nah,
season
season
3
4 they were fighting, I think, wasn't they? Or no, they became a couple in season 4. Yeah, and then midway through or whatever. No, no,
when he
I'm
got killed.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah, that's when he got killed. I mean, it's when you need. Yeah, so because
Yeah,
the end of season 3 is the guns is Marvin and her. He saved her. They weren't messing around yet. When he saved
yeah.
her,
When
they
he
weren't
saved
messing
her, yeah,
around yet.
yeah,
The start of season 4, because he saved her, now they got a different relationship, and
yeah,
and they're starting to mess around. So season
yeah.
3 um is pretty much, let's see.
Nah, I think we're a little bit off because season 4 starts off with Unique after he got killed, quote unquote, killed by Ronnie. So all of that stuff had to happen in season 3 because this is where Unique comes back with the scar on his head and all that stuff in season 4. So
All right, so they
just
started they
back
started
up.
messing with each other at the beginning of season 3.
Yep,
So the
yep,
end of season 2 had to be the mafia.
yep. Mm-hmm. Because season 3 beginning,
Yeah, I didn't know
she's
they
trying
came
to
in that early.
recover. Yep. She's trying to recover from the aftermath of the mafia ambush. And then that's when Kanan moved out. We was right about that. And then all of that stuff, her and Unique started messing around in season 3.
Okay.
And Unique at the end of season 3 gets
Attacked by
that's
Ronnie.
when he get attacked by Ronnie. And that's where everyone thought that he was gonna die. But he didn't. He came back. Season 4. Now we have season 4. Now he's completely on the opposite side of Rock. Also, remember in season 3 at the end is when they killed Ronnie and then Rock killed Malcolm. Remember that right in front of Kanan. So another notch on the belt there.
So
And
what I'm seeing here is a lot of the people that's at the watch party are through Twitter. You can
okay.
comment. I think a lot of people don't think they can comment on Twitter, but if you're in the Twitter live and you
Uh huh.
hit the where it says open chat, that will open the chat up, and then you will be able to chat, and
Yeah.
you'll be able to come across the board right here. So a lot of people don't know that they can chat on Twitter,
Hmm.
but if you hit the open chat button, that will open up, and you'll be able to chat just like if you was watching on YouTube or on Twitch.
Hmm.
Right. So
Yeah.
season 4, as we said, with Unique makes his return. Um, he actually made his return at the end of season 3 when they killed
Yeah.
Ronnie, and they find out that
Yeah.
Unique. Well, they didn't find out, but it's
The
revealed that
audience
Unique
finds out.
survived.
Yeah. Audience
Mhm.
finds out the Unique
Yeah.
survived. Yeah.
So season 4, Unique for the first couple episodes is planning to damage Rock's business. For he ended up getting memory issues, so he's thinking that Rock is responsible for what happened to him. He's not knowing that it's Ronnie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the war between Kanan and Unique turns cold and venomous. That's in season 4. You know,
Hmm.
Kanan fully pushes his family away to expand his empire. Meanwhile, internal betrayals and heavy drug use completely break down Uncle Lou, and
Yeah.
Marvin desperately tries to keep the family afloat. So when
Yeah.
Lou, I believe it was the end of season 3.
Where
Wasn't it the
Lou
season
had
3 where
his.
they drove him to?
Yeah, they drove
Yeah.
him during that time. Yeah, they drove him
hmm
to rehab.
So
Yep.
he's in rehab the first part of season 4, where he's
Yep.
facing, he's having suicidal thoughts. He thought about taking himself up out of here. You know,
Hmm.
he believed that, he asked, it was the end of season 3 where you thought they did a good job of making you believe that, and even Lulu believed that you guys are gonna kill me and just dump me out in the forest, because he was starting to become a liability. Rock has now
Yeah.
moved into another home in Long Island, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
and this guy is out yelling, "We gangsters and we kill people for a living." So because
Yeah.
all these pills are starting to come back and weigh on his conscience,
Yeah.
especially kids, the D Wiz, that's what's really
Yeah.
bothering him. It got to a point where, remember, he couldn't put down Scrap in season 3,
She had
so
to
then
do it.
Rock
Yeah.
had to do that, and I believe I've seen it may have been season 2. Rock had to put down Scrap, and now the mother, he can't face the mother. He ends up actually killing the
Yeah.
mother because they killed Scrap because they thought he was snitching. Well,
Yeah.
Rock thought he was snitching. Come to find
It
out it
was
was
the
his
mother.
mother who was the CI. So now
Yeah.
Lulu had to go take out the mother.
Right.
So,
So
all this stuff is weighing
his
on.
character always was weighed on him. So season 4, we get introduced to Snap and Pops, or was they introduced in season 3? I don't
Season
remember.
3,
But
Snap and Pop.
yeah, but they're in. They were heavy in season 4. Kanan was, thinking about starting to work with them, stuff like that, and you get to learn a little bit
Actually
more
started
about
working with
them.
Ronnie as well. Like people who don't
Yep.
like his mother, he started working with.
Yeah, he started working with them. Yeah, in season 3 with Ronnie, and then Ronnie ends up getting killed, so he's still working with them. Uh, Famous is murdered. Um, and everyone's trying to figure out who that is. We find out that Snap and Pops had him murdered. Uh,
Because they feel
and
as though he was
basically,
running his mouth too much.
right, if
That
it was,
that a lot of that is on Kanan. You know,
yeah,
um,
and
Famous
that
wasn't
led
built
to,
for that. He kept
yeah,
telling people wasn't built for that, and Kanan was
yeah,
being nasty, pushing him out the door, pushed him out of his own apartment, let
yep.
Ronnie move in. Him and Ronnie were business partners. They moved in the apartments that Famous got
He he
to them,
felt
and
very
you know,
guilty. Yeah, and we know that season 4 ended with uh the introduction of Breeze. Breeze, we finally, after all these years, 4 different power shows, and we finally get to meet Breeze,
who was actually Snap and Pop's nephew.
Snap and Pop's nephew.
So with
So
Famous is
Breeze and
gone, and of
Kanan
course Kanan's
together.
girlfriend that he started dating, Snap and Pop killed Crystal, which is Kanan's
Yeah,
girlfriend. They also killed Famous, and Kanan, because he has so much hatred and disdain for his mother, believes that his mother is fully responsible. And at the end of season 4, he goes to kill his own mother. He's
yeah,
saying that she killed Famous, she killed Crystal. She doesn't want him to have anybody but her,
yeah.
and he goes to kill her. And that was in the season 4. Coming into season 5, I felt as though the writers and everybody did such a great job of having you on a cliffhanger, and it really kind of threw me for a loop. A week before the show comes on, they reveal that Rock's alive. I mean, I thought that they were gonna let us go to so we can see what happened, but they let you in on a trailer where you got Rock all through the trailer. So it's like, so okay, so we know she didn't die. You know what I mean?
At least not yet.
Um,
Yeah. So
so
yeah.
what
So they
happens is
bring.
Lulu. This is where we have Lulu gets hit, to, tries to distract Rock's bodyguard, who was coming in to really kill Kanan. He saw Kanan with the gun on Rock about to shoot her. The
He didn't know it
bodyguard
was
jumps
Kanan,
in.
but he saw somebody.
Right, the
Yeah.
bodyguard jumps in. Kanan turns, gets distracted, and then his gun ends up going off because he got shook. he got shocked by somebody
Right,
being there.
because he was gonna shoot him, and Lou recognized it was Kanan, stopped him from shooting. The gun goes off. Kanan turns around and puts two into Lou's chest.
And to Uncle Lou. You know what I mean? So, who, previous in the previous season, he had kidnapped Unique's baby mother and child because he
Yeah,
was rolling with the, the
yeah,
rapper. You know about the rapper and everything he's
yeah,
rolling with. Now, Lulu dies, and that's where we were coming into this season. This
yeah,
whole entire season has been about Kanan and Rock, because Rock, of
yeah,
course, protecting Kanan as usual, covered
yep,
it up, and
yep,
everybody knows what happened to that season.
yep,
Um, it was just it wasn't until after uh, Marvin beat up Kanan that's when he
yeah,
found out, and we're only having 8 episodes. He found this out, I believe, it was episode 5 or 6
yeah.
when he found it out. Right,
Again,
so
after beating him, and then last episode, it leads us to where we're about to start.
last
This
episode,
is the
Marvin
series
is
finale.
killed by Kanan after
Yeah,
he beat him down.
yeah,
Jukebox tracked down and avenged famous death by killing Snap and Pop. The jukebox,
yep,
along with the detective, figured it out. She killed
yep.
Snap and Pop. Marvin got killed by Kanan. He walks out of the church, and this leads us to today. Now,
Yep.
it is 12 o'clock.
Yep.
I'm going to go on to the app. Let me see if they put it up.
It is up.
What's up? Hold on.
Everything has led up to this. That's what it says. Unconditional love. Everything is led up to this.
Let me get it. Up, yo.
Let's get
This is
ready.
it. This is the end of an era. Hold on. Not letting me. Hold on.
I hear.
You're
I hear.
watching from the other one.
You gotta put yourself on mute too, cause if you're hearing too much of it, they might might freeze us up. You got three. We got three. What you call it to go through. Um, trailers. They got Fightland, Power Origins, and something else.
This is it, pretty
So
much.
everybody who's joining us, you guys can queue it up and get ready to start watching it. And for those of you that's not watching it, spoiler alert. Are you
So
you queued up?
I'm seeing a little Power Origins trailer. They showing
Yeah,
Tommy.
yeah. That Power Origins trailer that pretty much was online with Tommy and Ghost sitting in the car. So they're promoting that now already, so you already know that something's
Yeah.
gonna happen. You know.
Well, something it feels. Yeah, so we have to be able to. I can't really put on. If I put on mute, I won't really know what's going on. Hold on, let me put the. Try to put the caption on.
Mm.
58 minutes, yo. They didn't give us an hour. 58
Well,
minutes and 18 seconds. Unbelievable.
all right,
58 minutes and 18 seconds.
all right. We ready?
Yep. So are you still
I'm just gonna get right into the
watching the
show because I don't
recap?
need to see the recap.
Are you still watching the recap or
No, I'm not watching the recap.
can't. I need to. I want to turn that like the actual
What'd you say?
volume on. Oh, there it is. There. I I thought that it was be able to turn, but can you hear me?
I hear you. What'd you say?
I was thinking. I was hoping I'd be able to turn down. A lot of people probably you want to skip the recaps and just get into it. Everybody just skip the recaps.
Yeah. Let's skip the recap. Yeah, we all know
Yeah,
what's
let's just
going on.
have everyone skip the recaps. All right, I'm skipping the intro as well. I'm into it.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself because I'm also watching it from here. Well, I don't want to mute myself because I want to be
First
able to
scene
hear.
is Rock. Rock sitting on a chair. We're gonna see whether she knows that Marvin is gone. I'm gonna assume she does.
Yeah,
Jukebox is reading the letter.
yep.
Wow.
Right into it. I think this is leading into
And this
what we don't want
POS.
to happen.
Kanan is with Jarita, and she's letting them know that she's pregnant right away.
Yeah.
Kanan basically said, "How do you know it's mine?" Typical New York
Of
ninja
course.
response.
Yep.
How you know it's mine? Look at the type of job you do. That's a legitimate question. He said, if you want to be involved, you can be involved. If not, cool. You don't have to be involved. Right?
Hmm.
Now we got the two boys in the end. The two lawyers um that snitched out Breeze. They're sitting in their yard. And I'm gonna assume Breeze is gonna run up on them.
You know
But
that.
somebody who told on Breeze, they sure didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Richard, talking about Richard Gere. Here he come. Here comes Breeze.
I don't believe those white boys talk to the police. I think that once again is the police lying.
Sniper.
I don't think they told him anything. Rock is sitting down with Pino. They keep on taking meetings with Rock.
It's crazy.
Pino says my condolences.
Yeah.
Rock is still talking about being in business.
Pino. He said, I hate to be at your house at Thanksgiving.
Oh, so Pino told him that his son killed him?
Yeah.
How do they know that?
I mean, they're the mafia, man. They hear the streets.
Unbelievable. Rock, Rock is one for the book. Stefano wanted to F you, and you didn't want to F him. Without you, oh, see? Stefano wanted
Yep.
to F you, and
Just
you
said
didn't
it.
want to F him.
Yep.
We already knew that was the issue.
We knew that. Tony Danza even admitted that in one of his interviews.
Pino sitting down talking to Rock about when he was a kid. He said, along comes Doris DeFazio. I guess that's his girl. But Rock is like, I'm not trying to hear this.
Yep.
Rock is gonna be like, is there a point to all
I
this?
don't care. Pino's just going on and on.
This woman just messed up your business and you're sitting here telling her your life story. Look at Rock. Look at Rock the way she wants to cut him off, but she's like, I better listen to him if I want another
She
chance.
gotta listen. She gotta listen. What up, people? Thanks for joining us.
With Stefano Marchetti.
With Stefano. Yeah.
Look, don't know what this guy doing with my business relationship.
Take her from him. We don't have a business.
If we had a different kind of relationship, well, that might change things. Everybody wants to smash Rock.
Yep. Where I see us. Yep. That's what it is.
Try to press up on you like that. It's buried in the Catskills.
The
Wow.
naked days are
Everybody want to try. If we had a different type of relationship, in other words, if you was effing me, yo, these people got some nerve.
over.
Look,
They still real piece of ass there.
Father loved you a lot.
And an attitude. They love him.
So he said that the only ones can trust. That's why she went to Flossie.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. You know who killed him?
Hmm.
Jukebox asking Flossie, does she know who killed Marvin?
Know? Yeah.
My father would want me to know, she said. I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah. So Flossie must know. If Pino knows, Flossie must know.
Yeah, Pino just told Pino just told her.
Yeah, Flossie.
He showed up with a gat. So
Mm.
they're gonna pretty much, wow, this is not going the way
This
I
is go.
wanted to.
This is gonna go down that road that we talked about
Yep.
with Jukebox Killer Rock. Mm. She, as you see, she put it together.
Uh-oh. She said that's what I
Mm.
heard.
Yep.
See, they're
So Ju-
going down down that road wherein that rumor that people were talking about
that's what I heard.
might end up being true.
She said, "I know it's true. Jukebox knows."
Oh wow. So jukebox knows unless she goes to Canaan, and this could be. Oh man, this is. I'm not liking this already.
Yeah,
I'm not liking this already.
it's we already. I think you already can figure out what's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen right now?
Yep. Because she found out this early, and we
Yep.
already know she ain't gonna kill Kanan. We already know that.
Yep.
So there's and we know
So it's
she
gonna
ain't
tell
killing
them one other
Breeze.
person she's gonna kill.
Yep. Hmm.
So
They said
Breeze
it's
and
a
Kane is
mystery
talking
who
about.
took out
Anybody
Snap
know
and
who
Pop.
took down Snap and Pop?
Hmm.
Oh my.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
So he basically said, "Your mother still gotta die." Now,
Yeah.
now it's Rock in the office with the feds.
Hmm.
Our prediction about Juke putting down Rock is looking more and more like it's gonna happen.
Yeah. That's pretty much. There's really no other way for this to happen at this point.
Right. Because
Unless she tries to kill
what's gonna
Kanan
stop
and
her from
Rock
killing
jumps
him?
in front of it, other than that.
Yeah, that's
But this
it.
is called unconditional love, so Rock is probably gonna make a deal with her to take the bullet for Kanan.
Or she's gonna jump in front of that
And
bullet.
when she's talking to Kanan, from them pictures, that's probably her either telling him she's gonna kill Rock or she already killed Rock. You watch.
So they're talking to Tanner.
The feds.
I don't want immunity and witness protection just for me. I want it for my son too.
Mm. Still trying to get it for Kanan.
So she wants immunity for the son.
Mm.
Back to Garcia again. Garcia's back meeting with Juke again. You need to stay away from her. I said, leave you
Mm.
alone as long as you stayed off my wing. And I have to ask. I don't know from your father.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Snap and pop. Mm.
Well, she basically admitted she did it. He said, don't do anything you're going to regret, Laverne. She said, too late, and walked out.
Too late. Wow. Well, we are now witnessing the change of jukebox.
Yep. Rock is basically telling him she got enough on Stefano and Pino Bernardi. So Rock is pretty much gonna make a deal with the feds because
That's going to give
Pino
her and
Bernardi,
Kanan immunity.
Pino Bernardi pretty much told her that it was her son.
Yeah, he told her. That's why she's trying to get him immunity.
Yep. She's saying once she becomes a snitch, everything she ever
Yep.
was or thought she was gonna be is gone. Now we got this new guy.
Here
I
we
guess
are.
he is.
We're
Oh,
at
he
the
must
are
be
we at the
a
funeral?
member
No.
of Snapped and Pop.
We're at, I think we're at the funeral.
Yeah, he's at their memorial.
Oh, Snap and Pop's funeral or
This
memorial.
is the new figure that people saw. So whoever this guy is, a lot of people said he was from the Shy or what have you. He he's doing like a toast.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. I don't like the way this is going.
Yep.
This guy talking about something. They wanted each other. Who is this guy? Stefano is at Snapped and Pop's memorial. They're giving they're giving like a toast. His name is Lump. Well said, Lump. I guess he's an old gangster,
Yeah.
but Stefano knows who he is. Uh-oh. So this guy knows Early Tyler.
Mm. Mm.
Wow.
Mm. It don't make me feel better.
He said, I wonder if I'm the only one who knows how vicious you really are underneath all that fake grace. There's an effing demon who thinks he's going to live forever. I don't want to live forever. I just want to die last. Oh, that's a
With that
great line.
last, that's a beautiful line.
That's a great line from Stefano.
Great line. Very well
I don't want to
written
live
line.
forever. I just want to die last.
Yep. I don't want to live forever. I just want to die last. That's awesome.
Great line.
Yep. So
Jukebox is in
now
the
we're
bar.
in the bar with Juke by herself. She's looking around. You can see the look on her face. She is just in a
She's
dark
gonna go for
place
that
right
gap
now.
that Marvin put on. Yep, that's the gun that Marvin told her about. So she just pulled that gun out.
Mm.
Wow. Here's Bernardi. He said, "She's all yours, Stefano."
Yeah.
told you that she's poison. Stefano already knew.
She's done to my business what pantyhose did to finger fucking. That's funny too. What good lines.
Pussy that good gonna come to a bad end. How you know the pussy's that good? She
See,
wouldn't give you the time of day.
I gave it. These guys are trading stories about how they shooting shots at
The
Rock.
Rock. He just gave Stefano to get position to get her put her out of misery.
You have my permission. Prego.
Why are you here telling me about it? Your mother demanded that any immunity, any witness protection deal that we afforded her extend to you.
Mm.
Hempstead. Oh, so that's where the white boys are from.
Hempstead.
He said pill investigation Hempstead.
Oh shit, Long Island. Hempstead in the building. That's our hometown, by the way, people. We're from Hempstead.
I don't fuck with white boys. Yep. You played yourself.
Yeah. Oh, who said they were white? Baladi.
Surprised he didn't say nothing about that hole in the wall.
Hmm.
Yes, she knows he killed Marvin.
There's something about it.
He don't care about it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
He don't care. He probably like good.
Mm-hmm. Should be dead in a week.
She keep
So he
trying to
said
take care of him.
he's basically telling Kanan to convince Rock to take the deal, even if he's not involved, because she loves him and she's trying to protect him, and she'll be dead in a week if she don't take the deal. Now she's walking up on Flossie to say something. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
She trying the white bee stuff. Come on, Rock.
She
You
said
trying
you.
to turn this on Flossie. Flossie haven't done anything wrong.
Flossie said I have enough. You're tragic. She said you're not funny. You're tragic, and I've
Tragic.
had enough tragedy. trying to convince Breeze to not kill his mother. Name my call.
He gonna go and try to talk to Stefano. Stefano got no love. He gonna try to
He
talk to
gonna talk to
Stefano and try to
Stefano.
convince him to let Rock walk.
Hmm. Breeze said it ain't my call. Came from that Parmesan nigga. So now Kanan is trying to think about
Right. He's
saving
trying
Rock.
to now. He's trying to protect his mother from getting
That's
killed.
that once again also tells us you know
But here goes
what's
the
gonna
lawyer. Yeah.
happen.
What's gonna happen? The lawyer is talking to Rock now and basically saying Kanan said no.
Yeah. Somebody said she didn't care at all about her brothers.
The only one. About to say I ain't going out like that.
I ain't going out like that.
Oh, here we go.
Kanan.
That means Jukebox is going to murder. If she don't have protection, and
Yep.
Jukebox already knows,
Yep. Jukebox is gonna, that's what's gonna happen.
so
It's what
dumb.
has to happen because of we know who survives.
Yep.
Young boys want to get down.
There they go.
Is this Ghost and Tommy?
There's Ghost and Tommy.
James and Tommy. The first look at James and Tommy. You niggas is too young. Come back when y'all ain't fucking with Happy Meals no more.
What are you niggas? 11 years old? Like what? Oh my god.
Ghost and Tommy. Oh, there you go. What everyone been waiting for.
I don't know why everybody gets so pumped up over seeing an 11-year-old Ghost and Tommy.
It's just the aura. That's all it is. So we've seen people. The first look at Ghost and Tommy, as little kids, like 11 years old. But now they have met Kanan.
This is bad. This is
And here is Juke looking at Marvin's body in the casket.
oh, I guess that's the end of she gonna give him a lollipop. This this is tough. This is
Mm,
tough, man. Oh
yeah.
god.
Wow. Mm.
Now that was just Juke at Marvin's casket. She gave
She
him a
gave him
lollipop.
a
Oh, that's so
lollipop.
sad. So now uh he's sitting with Stefano.
Kanan's sitting with Stefano.
Kane is kind of saying he don't want her dead no more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm.
Kane is saying, pointers,
Wow.
I was ready to do that back myself. But now you having reservations, Stefano asked him.
Yeah.
Your mother insulted me. Why? By not fucking you? I'm like, come on, man. That's what it all breaks down to. Her insults has business implications to me. I can't afford to let insults go unanswered. Oh, he insulted you? Kanan said insults happen all the time, nigga.
Not to me, it doesn't. Mm, mm,
Mm. So Kanan is saying
mm,
he don't want his mother dead.
mm. Wow. And
I consider letting her live,
Stefano talks about it.
but she'd have
He
to
give
do
another
something for me
day.
first. What? Suck you
Yeah.
off? What? Kill Pino? That's what it's gonna be. Watch.
Kill Pino. Yeah.
Watch.
Kill Pino.
Yep. He's gonna say
She got
kill
to kill
Pino, and I'll
Pino.
let you
And
live.
this is what's gonna drive the conversation between him and her, between Kanan and her. He's gonna tell her that Stefano wants her to
Uh oh.
kill Pino.
But this is all a waste because we know Duke's not gonna kill him.
Right. We know Juke's not killing him, but she's following
So I
him.
believe she's gonna pull the gun on him. That might be
Well,
near the end when she finally put the gun on him, and Rock probably comes in, and then she kills Rock.
'cause if she sees him talking to Rock and she sees that they actually have a relationship, that's gonna make her want to kill Rock.
Yep, because she's getting ready to meet Kanan right now.
There you go. This is Jamaica Avenue.
Yep, Jamaica Avenue.
Jamaica Ave.
Wow.
That's cool how they recreated that because Jamaica Avenue don't look the same no more. There he is. Here we go.
Wow.
Hell no.
He said you don't want to meet me out in public. She said I need witnesses. I'm sorry
Yeah.
about Uncle Marvin. What you did, or for him being gone. So she knows he did it.
Yep.
Wow. And she's okay with it.
Both. Mm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She said. Anyone who wanted could come get it. She's still saying that. Yep. I don't want that though. Hmm. You gonna let you live?
So now
Take out Pino.
Jukebox is gonna think
She's gonna hear
that Rock knows.
that. Oh, so she's gonna hear the plan. So she might she might follow Rock to Pino's and take her out there. If that's where she or wherever she because remember that those pictures that must have been Pino's house that Rock was at when she was shooting somebody. Mm. I still don't want you to die. Mm. That's the nicest shit you said to me in years. Yeah, man. Mm. She says she blamed herself for what's happened.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna say that.
Nice. Mm. Mm.
Watch Jukebox be hearing all this.
Yep. Yep. I made you. You're mine. The good and the bad. I put you in it, so it's all on me. Rock finally really
Wow.
owning up to it.
Rock is finally taking accountability. Only took 5 seasons and 58 shows.
Go talk to Stefano if you care about me. Do you love
Wow.
me, Kanan? She asked him. You my mother. Hmm.
Wow.
Kanan delivering a great monologue right now. Hmm. Wow. Someone says that lost for words. Shit. Hmm. That's how you know it's gonna end like that for her. He
Yep.
said it ain't gotta end like this for you. That's it. Rock is gone. You know it. And they're gonna embrace, and Jukebox is gonna see this, and that's gonna prompt her to do it.
Yep.
Instead of killing Kanan, she's gonna kill
There's
Rock.
Jukebox. Oh, so you can hug your mother, but I can't hug my father.
Mmm.
See?
Talk to Stefano, he was saying.
She's going to following Rock, but there's still the unconditional love thing. Look,
Yeah.
Juke is not impressed.
Oh, she's pissed. Stefano is funny, man. I love the way he talks. The rest of those fucking teeny boppers over there.
Uh-oh. Come Raquel Thomas.
Uh, Raquel Thomas. Breeze. Fuck you, nigga. Kind words from everyone. Stefano still uh, uh, impressed by Rock. Mm. Now
I wonder
Kanan's
if she's
at
following him there.
at Marvin's casket.
Watch him say, "Stay up, gangster."
Yeah.
Rock,
Still
just get
worried
out of
about
New
it.
York, please.
You're gonna die. Kept it real. If you don't do it, you won't even make
Look
it
at
back.
Breeze
Look at
laughing.
Breeze laughing. You don't do it, you won't even make it back to your car tonight.
It's gonna be Kill Pino.
Yeah, go kill Pino.
North Carolina with Steph with Symphony.
Hmm. She ain't gonna make it. Jukebox is gonna be there probably. So now we know based. She don't have a choice. Now we know that those pictures was her killing Pino.
Right, she's gonna kill Pino, and Jukebox might follow her there.
Look, still
But
giving compliments. If you were ugly, you'd already be dead.
oh my God. Yep, looking over her mother and her brothers. Well, Marvin's not in the grave yet.
No.
Oh, that's his home. Uh-oh.
She trying to go see Juke. Juke ain't answering.
You see that everything that they reconciled, so you know what's gonna happen.
Yep. She went to see Juke, and Juke ain't answering.
13 minutes left, y'all.
Yep. We are now down to the final 13 minutes of the show. And boy, oh
Wow.
boy.
This is not good.
This is just, wow. Ah, are you guys watching out there? 'Cause,
Anybody out there? What's
oh,
going on here
man.
with Rock? We're gonna see who's coming after Rock. Somebody's gonna come after Rock. Might be Juke.
I believe it's my
She's
money's
going
on
back to
Juke
take a
at
look at
this
her
point.
old house. I believe.
Yep.
Look at that.
Mm.
All this reminiscing. She's gonna get taken out, man. Finally got it right. But she said she can't forgive Kanan. He took away her brothers. And this is where Jukebox is going to turn. And they're going to expect us to, that's the reason why. Tyrell said, I have lost the words right now. I don't blame you,
Yep.
brother.
Yeah.
She didn't care at all about her brothers. That's what Jamie said.
Yep.
Marvin said that she didn't care about her brothers either. This is crazy. It's crazy. I'm with you, Tyrell. I don't.
Mm. Respect, nigga.
See? Breeze is nothing like Kanan described him.
Nope. He must have lied. He must have just lied to Tariq.
Right. To
He's
make
nothing
Tariq
like how
hate
he
gold. There's the hotel scene.
There's that hotel scene.
Yep. The hotel scene.
This is so it actually was probably her last shot altogether, pun intended. Remember, this was her last scene she shot for this season, and she's about,
Yep.
and there she is. It's Pino.
She's
That
going to
so
kill
we were
Pino
right
in
about
that
the
hotel.
pictures.
Yep. And then yep, there's the TV. She's gonna kill Pino, and then
Yeah,
Juke's gonna kill her.
fine. Look, he's still thinking he gonna get some. I'm gonna get the girl after all.
She has
I
to come and
guess
act
so.
like she's trying to give him some ass.
He is ridiculous. He is so stupid.
Oh my God, he's actually fooled by this. Like, dog, come on.
I'm hard to resist.
So
Fucking
dumb.
Stefano.
What a dummy. What a dummy. It's that easy to kill him, like with no security, no nothing. Now she's gonna turn around. It's gonna be Juke.
Yep.
Oh no, Juke's coming to get out of her house.
Gonna get her right at the crib.
There it is. Oh man.
She trying to pack.
Yep. Not gonna make it
Right
up.
in the mirror. There she go. Don't do it.
Sunday. What?
He is you.
Wow. Wow. She gonna kill her.
Mm. She's about to kill her.
Wow. Oh, that
There
is
it is.
so fucked up. Exactly what I did not want to happen.
Wow.
Crazy.
Look. Now
Crazy.
she talking to Kanan.
And
Yep.
now she
Just
gonna
what I
talk to this
thought.
thing.
He said bullshit. You're gonna know it's real soon enough. Mm. Mm.
Wow.
Mm. Mm. Oh boy. Mm. Come on. Haley Kilgore is killing it. She. Mm. She is delivering these lines just like old Juke. Oh my God, the cadence
Wow.
in which she's delivering the lines. She sounds like a Nika. Mm, try it. Woo! Have at it, nigga.
And he ends up killing her later on.
Yep, he said, I'll kill you myself. She said, she never loved you anyway.
Wow. Stop lying.
Look at you. Well, the birth of Crazy Jukebox. Kanan goes to the house.
Oh my God. Die with our eyes open. You say you deserve it when you die with your eyes open.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Wow.
Wow. This is a
Wow, wow,
Southside
wow.
Jamaica Queen story.
Oh man. I'm choked up.
Let's see if there's.
Ah,
Oh, 1975. 1975.
man, oh man. So
All
jukebox,
right, I'm on.
a lot of
I
people who
fast
said that
forwarded
was absolutely right.
before I fast
Terrell,
forward.
I'm,
There's an
I'm
after
with you, brother.
credits.
Terrell said I just got done watching. I ain't got nothing to say. I
There's a there's an after credits scene, people. I'm checking it out now.
okay.
It says 1975. See where this is going. Good Times is on the TV. Someone's being born.
Probably
What's
showing.
this? Probably showing. No, it says 75. It went back.
Or they went back to Canaan.
Oh, they showing the this is when Kanan's born. Oh, it's a flashback of the young brothers and Rock and Kanan being born. Kanan being born. And there's Juke, little jukebox. Oh man, they really hitting you in the heartstrings on this one.
Oh,
Wow, Kanan.
you gonna say something
Mm,
about unconditional love right here. That's where the title will come into.
yep. You. You and me, Kanan. Always. Wow. Wonder why they chose to put this at the end instead of. I would have put it at the beginning just to really bring everybody into perspective. But I guess because after she died,
Wow.
runaway child, running wild. Mm. Perfect needle drop.
They need to stop
Runaway
black families
child,
killing
running
the
wild.
sickness. I'm telling you, this is where you're gonna start people getting into their feelings. I just done watching. It's Rock dead.
Well, the show's over anyway.
Man,
Well, there you go.
I'm I'm
The
uh
final
I'm very
episode.
upset. And I didn't think I could. I didn't think I would be, but the fact that
Oh man,
the fact that they made everything right at the end, and
you
I
knew that
knew
was gonna
that
happen though.
once he found out early, I knew it was over. I knew
You knew,
where they
yeah,
were going
because she
because it
found out
couldn't
so
be
early.
unconditional love any other way. I would have thought that she would have come to kill Kanan, and then Rock said, take me instead.
Yeah.
But unlike Marvin, at least Rock went for a piece.
Yeah.
Um,
Somebody's like, I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, here we go, man. So, the end of an era.
wow.
Raising Canaan is now over. It ended with an after credit scene. I don't know if you guys saw it, where it flashes back to the day Canaan was born, 1975. And you saw a young, the two brothers were younger, a little young jukebox, and Kanan as a baby with young Rock holding him, saying, "It's me and you, Kanan, forever." Oh boy, that is something, man.
And now you see why it's still dumb to me, but now you see why she helped Kane. Now look back and say, well, how could she help Kanan if she knew he killed Marvin? Because she ended up killing Rock. So I guess
Hmm.
what she said, oh, I guess we're even now. I mean, she
I
would
guess because
still
she's saying,
not
"I'm
want
going
to.
to."
I don't think
Right.
she would still want to mess with Kanan years later, even though when he called her, like,
But when you think about it, only thing I'll say about it is this: I still don't like that decision, but it's not like her and Kanan were like super close in original power. She helped him. She
she saved
did
his
help him.
life.
She did help him. Well, she let him recover there because he didn't want to go to the hospital. So she let him recover at the place, and then you saw
Yeah,
how
she
she
nursed
was.
him back up because he still
Yeah.
needed care.
Right, because
So
he didn't he didn't want to go to the hospital, or he went to the hospital and left. I think he initially went to the hospital, then he left, and he went to juke. But yeah, it's just wow.
glad Goodwin's move was gonna be jukebox to do it. So
Yeah.
so BNR says good riddance. You want to Rock to go?
Huh.
Juke is a
Juke is a
savage.
savage. Well, I'm gonna say, let's talk about the episode. I gotta first say, I gotta clap for the cast. They have delivered a great performance. If you guys notice, and all you power guys, you know from OG Power, if you listen to the cadence in which Haley Kilgore, who plays Jukebox now, how she start talking, a slow delivery, almost a whisper in her voice. That's exactly how Anika Noni Rose was delivering Jukebox. She must. I guarantee you, if I swear, I hope I ever get a chance to interview Haley Kilgore because I know she studied old school juke. I mean, OG jukebox for this role, for this episode, because the way she started delivering her lines, if you guys remember, very calm, very slow, very whispery almost. And so when she said, all of that stuff when she was talking to Kanan, she was delivering those just like how Anika Noni Rose was delivering. I mean, bravo, Haley. She did that. She did that. I don't know if anyone noticed that. Oh, they said, "Yep, I noticed that too." Exactly. She now because remember how all up until this point, Jukebox always had a little bit more aggression in her voice. But when you think about Jukebox from when we first was introduced to her in what was that, Power season 4, 402, 403, whatever, she always delivered her lines with a little bit of a whisper, almost. Very calm. Haley Kilgore in this episode had channeled the OG Jukebox, and she's on her way to becoming that.
So Mitchell, we have to take that now as he went to see her grave because
Yeah,
you know, and I always thought it was that anyway because if
me
you
too.
notice, Tommy nor Ghost
Tommy and
said,
Ghost, no one
"How's your
made no
mom's doing?"
sort of. Yep.
Or or if
And
she was locked up,
now
they
we
would have said,
know.
"So how's she
Yeah.
holding up in there?"
Right.
Now we
And
know they knew
now we
she was
know that.
dead. That's the reason
Yeah,
why they didn't
they
say
never
anything
even
after
knew
that.
her. They never knew her. As we see, they
Right?
never got
Never
a
knew
chance
her.
to meet Rock. So because they were, yeah, yes, the grave exactly.
And that's something.
Because
And I don't want to just say New York. I'm sure people do that all over, but back then, when you stop by to your grave, you say, "Yo, I just said that. I just my grandparents have been dead 30 years. I just said
mhm,
that when we went to their grave 2 months ago. I gotta
yep,
go check my grandparents.
hmm
I mean, they've been dead 30 years,
hmm
so longer than that.
and what
But
and what
the
I always said when people talked about that, I said it's not about what Kanan said. It's how Ghost and Tommy reacted. They reacted in no way. So, like we just said, had they known or thought Kanan's mother was alive, they would have said something. They just kind of did nothing when he said that. So that told me right there that Rock is dead. Well, I didn't think that she would die at the hands of Juke, but then after you brought that after you brought that theory up and we talked about it, and then like we said, when she learned so
10
early
minutes
in the
in, when she had
episode,
already known, I knew that was the only thing that could happen.
and that's
But
what she did. She told him,
I
"I
thought
want
that
you to
either
be alone
she
in
was
this
going to
world,
try to
just
kill
like me."
Kanan and Rock jump in front,
That's what I
or
thought too.
she was going to go and going to kill Kanan and Rock say, "No, kill me instead."
Yeah. Well, I mean, how you, as we can see, how everybody's feeling.
All
Oh
right, we're gonna
man.
give Tyrell. Tyrell wants the link. I know he has a lot to say, so hold on. I'm gonna drop the link for you, Tyrell.
Oh man.
Yeah, drop
It's
that link down there. Invite was invite. Want to hear what Tyrell has to say? I know Tyrell. We've been on this journey for the last couple of seasons together. We talking to DM. We talk about what is gonna happen, and I would tell you before that when this theory first came up, I said I hope it's not that. Remember, we were just talking about it 2 days ago, and you said
yeah.
I hope it's not that.
Hope it's not that.
And the exact thing that we didn't want it to be, that's what it was.
Wow.
That's what it was. Um,
That is just.
she was getting ready to get out of town, and there goes that. Once he said that hotel scene,
Yep.
like you said, man, we're gonna get the Dev too. Is he on?
Yeah. Not yet. They haven't. He's not in the green room yet.
Yeah. So Tyrell, just
Yeah.
click that link. You don't have to come on camera if you
Good
don't
look.
want.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't
But
have to come care if you don't want. Just click
I
the
tell you,
link.
man, I am. Yes, I give and even Mikhail Curtis. To me, this was his best performance of the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't really have a
he
lot of
really
dialogue this season. He was more like Ronnie, if
all in his
anything.
face.
But
All in his
yeah,
face. Yeah.
but man, did he crush this episode?
He did. I mean, they all did, but
They all did.
this whole season has been. I mean, first London Brown
So
just
she kills
killing it.
Pino, but Stefano lives.
Yep, he said he wants to be the last to die. So,
Be the
okay, we
last.
have Tyrell's in the green room. Let's bring him on.
What's up, y'all?
What
What's
up,
up,
man?
Terrell,
What up?
man? I'm gonna give you the floor, man. I know you got
Give
a
you the
lot to
floor,
say.
man. But
I'm
let's
upset.
talk it out.
I know you're just upset, but let's see what you got to say, man, about the episode.
Damn, I can't. I still got lots of words right now.
Mm,
Me too. I'm sitting
I
here.
can't believe Juke would do. Damn.
Well, knowing who Jukebox becomes, it
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me, you know, because she was ruthless. Remember in the OG Power, obviously this isn't her aunt, but she talk about killing a young boy, kill Ghost, kill his family. Like she was just like bugging,
And
and she had
and you
no
have to
problem.
remember
But y'all know
again.
the crazy part is, I'm sorry, I didn't want to spoil this. I seen this coming 2 days ago when
Right.
somebody sent me that leak.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's let me tell you, man. Once we saw that she learned so early in the
Right.
episode, it was like
Exactly.
there's no one else left to kill. Who else is
Mm-hmm.
there left to kill?
Because
She already killed
we
Snap
knew
and
she had
Pop.
a scene where she
Yeah,
was gonna kill somebody. So then the only thing I was thinking was maybe she pulls the gun on Kanan, but she was going to the moment she saw them hugging and embracing, that was it. She was gonna go kill Kanan, but the moment she realized that, oh, he really does love his mother,
yeah.
and she really does
She
love him,
realized it,
and
and then
you're
she
gonna be
then she
hugging
lied to him
your
and
mother,
said that Rock begged her to go kill him.
right? Because
Yeah,
he wants to hurt her even
Jukebox.
more.
We witnessed the birth of the crazy, as Tommy said. Oh, that crazy bitch.
Bitch.
we we witnessed the birth of the crazy bitch, and Kanan created her. I guess that's why it's only right that Kanan took her out years later. Yeah. Um, it makes a little more sense why he took her out now. So I'll say this to Sasha Penn because I've been giving him a lot of flack lately, the last few episodes. I still don't forgive him about Marvin, but um, I'll give
Don't
this
forget
to him.
Lulu. Yeah, Lulu
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I'll give this to him though. At least he made it make a little sense as to why Kanan was so quick to kill Jukebox because after all these years,
Jukebox
he
was the one that took out Rock.
that was the guy his mother. And I mean, oh man. Good night.
So,
So is it good night, y'all? Good
good
night.
night,
Yeah,
Minister. Thank you. Um,
yeah, man. This
so
is crazy
A&R
Jukebox.
said people didn't believe me when I said Juke was going to do it. Not y'all, but you know what I mean. No, again, when you're coming up with these scenarios, like
Yeah,
if you said it, you called it right. I
yeah,
did hear a couple of people saying that. Um,
yeah. Me too.
but again,
I didn't want to believe it, honestly. I didn't
you
want
didn't
it to
want to
go
believe
down
it,
that
but
way.
Something hungry, y'all.
you have different theories. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
even the crazy theory that the guy going on Instagram that went viral where he said, "Oh, Marvin's not really dead." Okay, yeah,
Mm.
it didn't happen, but even the actor that played Marvin went to his page and said that's a very good theory. So
Right.
if the actor that plays Marvin told the guy that it was a very good theory,
Yeah. I
there's
mean,
a lot of
it's
different
interesting.
theories of how it's going to play out.
Different ways of
Could
playing
Rock be
out.
in town? Rock
Yeah.
used to get out of jail free card. Um,
Yeah. So she didn't
Rock
snitch.
go.
At the end
I
of the day,
predicted
she
her to
didn't
go to
snitch.
Symphony, and I believe that's where she was going. I don't care.
That's probably where she was
I'm
gonna
gonna say
go.
I think that's where she was going.
That's the way I'd like to think.
They
I
should
like to
have
think
showed
she was going.
Symphony. They should have showed
Yeah.
Symphony getting ready to go to the airport.
Oh yeah, go to the air. Actually, go into the airport to meet her.
Right,
Actually, have
and
Symphony
sitting there
waiting at
waiting.
the airport or the bus
Yeah,
station.
that's what should have happened.
Like
That's what
have
should have.
Symphony looking at his watch, waiting at the bus
Like
station.
where's
Like,
she at?
damn, where's she at? Bus pulls up and everything. You see people getting off the bus, and he looking for. Oh man, that'd have been messed up. That'd have been heartbreaking. But that'd have been heartbreaking, man. But I have to say this, like I said, man. you know, Jukebox, they waited so late to change her, and there's still plenty of
I like. I'm gonna
Jukebox
put up
story
Jamie's comment. It's a good comment, but go ahead.
right here. This comment,
Yeah.
Stefano
Yep.
lived, but the ninjas
But the
destroyed
ninjas
each other.
destroyed each
Yep,
other. Yep.
yep, that's
Stefano
true.
manipulated them. He played
All
all
of
of
them.
them like a violin, and Breeze played chess. But it apparent that Stefano checkmated him, and
Yeah,
all of them dudes lived. He took out Pino because he liked
yep.
Pino. He wasn't killing his wife in real life.
No,
Flossie wasn't going,
right.
and and the only reason why he killed Pino is
Well, that's
because
Sasha Penn's wife, right?
yeah, Sasha Penn's wife is Flossie. So she wasn't going, and it wasn't really a reason for
Here's
Rock to
one the
kill her
reason for
anyway.
her to go. Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah. I
you
got
know,
nervous when I saw a jukebox there with her, though. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, but then
but it was
after she read the
only
letter,
because
she
of what
said
she was
that
saying
Marvin
to
trusted
Flossie.
her.
I was like,
Yeah,
okay, she's not gonna hurt Flossie. I thought if
yeah.
anybody would be Rock because of the way Flossie was still talking to her, greasy.
Here's the funny thing, man. We've been saying this for the longest, and Tony Danza said this in an interview. Stefano has had a hard on for Rock from day one,
Yeah.
and always had a little something for her. Then you got Pino comes in. See, all these Italians, they dream about getting that black. You know what? Getting
Yeah.
some of that black thing. You know? And boy, oh boy, they knew Rock. You couldn't crack Rock. She was solid. She was rock solid, pun intended. You try to get, she was not gonna
Rock
do it.
wasn't
This
giving up
guy
that coochie. What she
literally
in what
dies. Now
two
I'm gonna
people
be honest.
in 5 series?
I don't like. I don't like the way Pino died. I think they shouldn't. I know he kept thinking. He keeps, oh yeah, thinking, oh yeah, thinking with his Johnson, but
That's
I,
too
that was a
quick.
little weird to
Yeah,
me. I
yeah,
would have rather him
that's
just
sweet.
open.
Ter-
What
Terrell,
I
what
would
you
have
think of
what
that?
what I would have rather have happened is Rock dressed as like room service or something and come in there and kill him instead of him letting her in and saying, "Oh yeah, you finally come to your senses." Now you know damn well she literally just threatened you the last time y'all was together. So I
True.
What she should have did was, okay, this is what should have happened. If you remember, and Terrell will probably remember this, and this is another plot hole that Raising Kanan. We're gonna go over that too, right? How we get smoked in cold water. Um, listen, what should have happened is this, and Terrell, you should remember this. Remember that, and she's sitting there shaking her head like, "Yeah, I'll use this later." What you shaking your head for? Remember, Pino had that girlfriend or escort or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh no, not Pino. The Afghan dude. Remember?
Yeah.
And Rock is shaking her head like, "Yeah, I'll use her later." She should have used her to go to the hotel for Pino.
Yeah.
And then she come in behind her and kill him. There's
Yeah.
no way that Pino is because that is again. Why would you bring this? Why would you make this lady have a part when she's like, "Oh, I'm tired of you standing me up." What's the Afghan dude's name?
Don't I can't think of the name.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Mark. Hafid. Um, Hafid. She was coming out of his office and Rock was going in, and I think she was an escort. And she was like, "My time is money. I don't have time to be doing this." And then she got into the car, and Rock looked at it and shook her head like, "Yeah, I'll use that later." She never used it. So
Yeah,
what
I
was the
mean,
point of
just
showing her?
one of the many plot holes, unfortunately, that happen. And I think it's a, I'll give them a little grace because I think a lot of it has to do with, obviously not knowing that you were canceled. Then once you found out you was canceled for season 5, you only got 8 episodes instead of the normal 10. I mean, some of that stuff has something to do with it, but don't even go
Then
down
cut
that
that
road.
out, right? Don't even put it in.
Yeah,
Like if
yeah.
you know you're not going to
Don't
be
put
able to
that in.
address
But
it,
I,
don't even
I,
put
I
it in.
think I think if she would have came in, maybe Pino would have ordered room service, or she knocked and said room service, or even if as soon as he opened the door, she popped, because he opens the door, he doesn't. Well, he didn't look in the peephole because he knew she was coming. Because he said, "I was surprised to hear from you." So obviously she gassed him up,
And he actually
like,
believed
okay,
that. Like,
fine,
come on.
and he believed it. Okay, fine. I'm gonna, or if she was gonna do that, maybe she should have killed him a different way. Like maybe he would have opened the door and patted her down, see that she didn't have
Right.
a thing,
Maybe
and maybe she'd have
they having
stabbed
a
him or
drink and she
poisoned him.
poisons him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she poisoned. They
Something
have a
like that.
drink. She
But I
poisoned
just
him.
didn't. I didn't like the whole, you know,
It happened
and
too
Power
fast. That
has a way of doing this. This
it happened
dude
too
is a
fast.
kingpin.
Yeah,
Where's his security? They always
yeah.
have security.
Yeah.
Where's his security?
He
Now I
gets
know
little. No.
she was supposed to, she was suspecting him, but you supposed to have a kingpin got security outside the door.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, sorry about that,
What do you
y'all.
think of that?
yeah. It's all good. What'd you think about this ending
The
with
way she was just
Pino?
able to kill Pino with no problem.
We They should have just went over and had old girl from the last. I can't think of her name.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Rock should have got.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, either one of Flossie's girls. Remember the girl that she threatened? Hey, you better do this for me, or else I'll get rid of you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Have one of them call girls come.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Or Rock could even said, "Hey, it won't be me, but I'll send. Maybe I can make it up to you that way. I'll send one of my girls, something like that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, and then she come in behind them. I think it's so weak that these people. You sit here and see how Breeze said that the dude Fahid or whatever his name is, security was so tight. Well, Pino's bigger than him, so why would his security be tighter than Pino's, who's like supposed to be the head of the mob? You know what I'm saying? So the way they're able to get to these people, dude, is to me is just it's too easy.
yeah.
It's too easy. You're able to
But
kill them
that
too easy.
also is a something when it comes to from the writer's standpoint. They didn't move the story along fast enough throughout the season, and found themselves having to jam everything into this last episode. Now think about if they had 10 episodes. Imagine if they had 10 episodes. We could have, more than likely, Marvin probably would have died back in episode 8. You know what I'm saying? We would have had 2 more episodes to reconcile everything else, because we still have the plot hole of Amber, pretty much. But I guess
Another one. Another
that's
one.
kind of resolved because Marvin's dead. So, uh, but you just don't know what happens to her.
So so
Um,
so then is it fair to say Marvin's dead, right? So
yeah,
then were they not going to kill Marvin? What was his? I would like to ask him that, and that of course is something that the interviewer, shout out to Mr. Power, but I wish
yeah,
he had asked him that because Marvin was already gone, and I would have said, so what happens to Amber? Or was it? Did you originally plan? Was this always the plan? I kind of think he may have asked him that, and the dude was like, "Yeah, we knew that Marvin had to go." I think he kind of asked him that. But if you knew that Marvin had to go, why did you bring back Amber? What
what was
was
the
the
point?
point?
What was
So
the
so
point?
you have that, Then you have the Rock pregnancy situation. If Unique was never going to find out, why even let us know that she's pregnant? What's the point?
Didn't make sense. That's a big plot hole that they never addressed, unfortunately. Once again, I've all from day one, and honestly, I'm not even gonna sit here and apologize because, Sasha Penn, for all of the great work that he's done, like I said, that interview rubbed me the wrong way. Pause. And I think that he didn't. I think his arrogance in the answer is very condescending about why he decided to do what he do. But for all the good work that they've done, they have left a lot of plot holes along the way in the seasons that just really didn't have to happen. So now, uh, Stefano. A lot of people talk about Stefano in the comments. Stefano, he's getting what he wants. He said, "I don't want to live forever. I just want to die last." That's a great line. And Sasha Penn wrote this episode.
He was great. Let me tell you, Tony Danza was great in this last episode.
He was. I've never seen Tony Danza in
really
this
feeling him, but he was great in this last episode.
Yeah, the niggas is already saying we need a DEF CON series, a DEF CON spinoff. But see, that's the thing. I'll say this, and I know people, everyone wants to be on the what's her name, Courtney Kemp hate train, but I'll say this: as bad of a decision as it was to kill Ghost, the way she killed Ghost, it was a great decision to create a universe with all of these spin-offs, and with Raising Kanan being, I think we'll all agree, the best spin-off of all of them thus far. We'll see what Origins brings, but I don't think Origins is going to beat this. Now, you will have Mackay Curtis in Origins, and he's a good actor, and he's really getting that Kanan role. But I don't know. Here's a question for everyone. You guys on the panel, you guys listening. Is Kanan, did this last episode kind of redeem Kanan for him trying to save his mother, to realizing? That's the question. Is every character has an arc, right, in this story. Do you think Kanan has a redemption factor in this episode?
Terrell, you're on the panel. We'll see what you say first.
Want me to be honest with everybody? I want to say he did.
Okay.
But I want to say, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, when somebody emailed me and told me, what the fuck did I just saw?
So you say, someone says yes. It made us hate Juke.
Priceless 357 said yes, and made us hate Juke.
Yeah, made us hate Juke.
So now you're like, good. I'm glad he killed Juke. I mean, well, I didn't like Juke anyway, and OG power, But
Juke was cold with it. He said, no. So your answer is yes, Tara. Your answer is yes. You think they did redeem him in this episode? Now remember, Sasha Penn himself said Kanan is an unredeemable character. So do you think he succeeded redeeming? Because Kanan finally, after all this time, it finally came to a head, and he decided, I don't want that no more. I don't want her to die. When he finally knew that she was gonna die.
With me, no. I say no only because of you killed. Okay, you killed. Understand you killed Lou by mistake, right? But you showed really no remorse for killing Lou. You had your little segments where You were looking like,
Yep.
oh, you were drained or whatever. But the thing that rubbed me the wrong way with him when he was talking to Jukebox and was like, oh, that was her as usual. I was gonna tell y'all, like, there's no big deal. Oh, so it's just no big deal. I was gonna tell you that I killed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't
But
like that.
Juke called him out though. Juke
Yeah,
called
I was
him
gonna
out for
tell
his
y'all.
bullshit. She
You know what I
called him
mean?
out on his
So
bullshit. Said, "Nah, you always blaming her, nigga. It's you." So I mean, Juke
that's my
decided.
point.
Someone has says talking about she. Oh yeah, talking about she begged him to kill. Yeah, Juke. That's right. The one before they
She just
said.
wanted to make him feel more pain, to make him think
Yeah,
that she didn't love you anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Which was BS.
I didn't think he did because number one, you took way too long. Number two, the only reason that you didn't kill your mother is because someone stepped in. You were going to kill her anyway. So
Hmm.
the only reason you did not do it was because Lou stepped in. You smoked your uncle. It's not like you meant to smoke your uncle, and you did that basically to satisfy two people who ain't even your family members.
Right.
The only reason why he did that is, oh, you got to prove your word to Snap and Pop. Who the hell is Snap and Pop? I
Right.
mean,
And it
so
turns out it
to
was just
me,
nothing.
no,
Yeah,
no.
that was stupid.
Just like how
I
he said, I'm going to quote him. It's too late for all that.
yeah.
So to
I'm
me,
gonna
it's
say
too
this.
late for all that.
It
No, I
does.
don't
It
think so.
doesn't. It doesn't redeem him as a character, but it put somewhat of a redeemable factor in there because now, and I know why they did it, because now going into Origins, Kanan becomes the mentor. He'll be mentoring Ghost and Tommy. So because Kanan now becomes the mentor, they don't want you. They didn't want you leaving raising Kanan, completely hating Kanan. So this like someone said in the chat room. Now all the hate is shift to Jukebox. Now Jukebox, we don't ever have to see her again if they don't want to, but they're gonna have to see her at some point in Origins because Ghost and Tommy know who she is. So at some point, Haley will probably guest star on Origins, make an appearance as Jukebox, and be just be the menace that Jukebox becomes, and that's how, because Ghost and Tommy, and Sasha Penn is running this show as well. So Ghost and Tommy knows who Jukebox is, so she's gonna have to make at least one appearance in Origins, and you
So
could see
Kanan,
now why they're distant from each other.
as T.D. Howard said, Kanan said Juke was harder than any N word he knew. She told
Yeah.
that man she took Rock out to his face. Sad they had to rush this season. Yeah,
Yeah,
he did tell it. She did come and tell him to his face.
throw them straight
She
up.
wasn't. She showed right there that she got more guts than Kanan, who was
Yep.
lying about killing people through the whole season. He
Yeah.
never came out and told that he dropped nobody. I mean, Juke also, T.D. Howard, she basically told Garcia to her face that she killed Simon Pop. She said, too late.
Yep.
When he said,
Yep.
oh, don't do something you're going to regret, LeBron, she said,
Too
too
late.
late.
Too late.
Yeah. So she pretty much said that. Let's go
He
back
said
to
the
some of
only
these
people
comments.
who hate Juke are people who don't understand accountability and consequences. Well, the bottom line is, yeah, I mean, consequences, that's a good point. Consequences are what, she basically put the accountability on Kanan without him because she knows that he won't take it. So she put the accountability on him by taking something. That's she said it. She said it. Now I decided killing you ain't gonna hurt enough. Now you gotta walk through life knowing that nobody cares if you live or die. That's deep. That's deep. And there's nobody left to care if you live or die. and that is a deep. That's a deep
And he
line.
basically told her, "Well, you're in the same boat
You're in the same boat, but
because ain't
she
nobody
knows that
around that
already,
care whether you live or die."
right? But she knows that. That's why she put him where they are. That's why they are on the same level now, and that's why he said, "Well, maybe I'll just kill you myself." She said, "Have at it, nigga."
And ironically, he ends up killing her.
Ironically, ends up killing her, but not then. Look how long it took. So I'm looking
Season
forward to
4 of
seeing.
OG Power.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, go all the way to the end.
So,
But I'm looking forward to seeing Jukebox pop up in Origins at some point, and she's gonna be a real mess at that point. She's gonna be crazy, a
hold
menace.
on, we'll go back to that. So fiction with Franzo said that Lump and Stefano convo about Tyler and dying last is gonna circle back in Origins. That's what I thought. So, um,
Yeah,
Fiction believes that that's gonna have
yeah,
something to do with Origins because the guy said
yeah,
you don't people
yeah,
don't know how evil you really are.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
And at this point, you got to figure Stefano is gonna be in Origins because he's still running Breeze and Kanan. Eventually, Breeze and Kanan got to get out from under Stefano. So uh,
yeah,
somebody's gonna take him out. Probably that guy because once he finds out that that he killed or had early Tyler killed.
Yee.
okay, yep. And like her other into Raven Canaan. And let's see what else
Yep,
it said. Damn, she even lied to Kanan about ratting him out. Yep. She
yep.
wanted Kanan to
Another
feel
lie.
like crap. Want him to feel like, yeah, it was okay to take my mother out. Talking about she begged him to set her free.
And
We
you know
saw
what,
this
guys?
one.
I just
What's
thought
that?
about this. I kind of was right about a theory from OG Power, and I kind of figured when it came to say he went to see his mom's.
Yep. He was talking
Yeah,
about the grave. He was talking about the cemetery.
the mom's going to see her grave. Yeah,
Right? And a lot of people, I just didn't understand how everybody kept referencing that. No, no, she's alive because Kanan said, like, dog, she
yeah.
forgot. She
But there
sincerely
was
cares
another
about
theory
her.
I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to possibly see when Origin comes out, unless they do another prequel.
Right. Um,
She was
But what
stupid
I'm gonna go ahead and tell
because
y'all
she
anyway, because
rushed it.
this brought my attention. Remember when Snappy Pops got killed?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, remember which episode it was? They mentioned DEPCON. I forgot what season it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they got DEPCON set up. It wasn't Rock, it was them.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
what I
If
remember.
you watch, we have one of our videos out where we talked about that. Snap and Pops
The original plan
was
of
the
Snap and Pops.
and the
That
original
was the
right.
original plan.
The
Yep.
original plan for Snap and Pops was they were the orchestrators of all of this stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They were pulling all the strings and playing chess, and they had DefCon and the original plan. And you can go watch the video when y'all get a chance. In the original plan for them, they actually had Breeze kill Famous.
Yeah.
They had
That's
Breeze
how it
kill
was supposed to
Famous.
Kill
originally be.
Brainless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's
how it
how it
was
was supposed to
supposed to
originally
go.
be.
That's how it was supposed to originally be, like in the first few drafts of that season, because uh, Snap and Pops was supposed. Cause remember, you brought when they brought on Wendell Pierce. Wendell Pierce is a pretty big actor. He's a veteran actor. People know him from The Wire and stuff like that. So they wanted to give Wendell Pierce a very significant character when he first came on. So the Snap and Pop characters was going to be the ones that's pulling all the strings.
Hmm.
And like you just said, from they had DEF CON set up and killed in jail, and that was for reasons beyond what we're looking at. Like it had something to do with their the third person in their crew that was called Crackle, which is funny as it sounds. Snap, crackle, pop. There really was. Now, Wendell Pierce did an interview and said that when they worked on the backstory for Snap and Pop, there was a third person in their crew named Crackle. So the original plan was DEFCON did something to Crackle. That's why we don't have that character. They had DEFCON killed. Um, their plan was to take out Rock and use Kanan to take her out. That's why they lied to Breeze and told Breeze that DEFCON was his father. So he would be a part of the plan. They used him to kill Famous. And then, as you know, when Breeze said Kanan is a special case, we already know that. So you know that they told him that Kanan was his brother, half brother, which he isn't. But you know, they lied to Breeze about DEFCON. All of that is in it. Go check out our video, the original plan for Snap and Pops. That was all in the early drafts of that storyline. Remember, we do have people within the Power Universe who may or may not still work there. We don't want to get nobody in trouble, but uh, you know, this is how we know. A lot of these stories go through sometimes dozens of drafts before they land on something and how they're gonna do it. But that was the first original plan for Snap and Pops.
Yep. Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this: how y'all rate this whole season, this whole series?
The whole series.
I'll get to that.
It's the second best.
I want to get through some of these comments.
Yeah, go
we'll
through
get
the
to that.
comments.
Yaya said it was 50 Cent's idea to do Raising Kanan. Kemp didn't think it would do good. Now, I also did hear her say that she said she didn't know that they were making a universe, because she said if I had known they were making a universe, I never would have killed Lakeisha.
Lakeisha, yeah.
Yeah, she said. She said there was a couple of characters that she said.
So that was a decision by the network then. That was a decision by the network, not by her.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So the network made that decision because although she is the creator and she owns the IP, the intellectual property, they still have to go through her for certain characters. But think about this: Raising Kanan, the only characters that Courtney Kemp created is Kanan and Jukebox. Those are the only two characters that she created in this show. Everyone else was created by Sasha Penn, essentially, and 50. You know, so they created these characters. Going so. Yeah, was it to answer what they said? Yeah, it was. She didn't think it would do well. Yeah, if she knew that, like she said, if she knew that there was a universe going on, she probably would have. Yeah, but she sure didn't say she wouldn't have killed Ghost.
Exactly. Ghost and Tommy was little dudes. Yeah, I'm like, man, get these little dudes up out of here. I'm glad.
Yeah, that's funny though.
Get up out of here,
That was
man.
funny.
You too small.
Without, yeah, that's just every good show has to have an Easter egg. So that was just a little Easter egg setting up the next series, you know. Like, okay, he actually met Kanan actually met Tommy and James, and we know where that's gonna go. So I don't have a problem with that scene. It was very quick, in and out, and I knew that even though people knew that the mother posted about her son playing Tommy in this episode, so you knew that they weren't gonna have Tommy without having James. So
Yep.
there you go. You
Bryson, you going back and forth. Nah, F Jude. You just saying that, oh, this is how they have to set it up, and that accountability. Nah, F Jude. Now you change your mind. You're flip flopping back and forth.
You're flip flopping.
Oh man! No.
Is it
Uchi Wally? Is it one mic? Which way you going?
I have to say this about Sasha Penn. He's got us all in our feels right now. That's for sure. He
She was
definitely got
supposed to be.
everybody in his
Yeah, she
field,
was
and
supposed
I
to
guess
take
he
out
did his
Cena.
job. Shit,
That was
hella
deep.
deep. Yeah, it's hella deep. It is deep. What Jukebox did, and I will say this one more time for the people in the nosebleed seats. Haley Kilgore really bodied that this last episode because they didn't have a lot of time for her to transition into the jukebox that we knew from OG Power, and all the way down to her cadence, the way she delivered her lines. If you don't believe me, go back to OG Power and watch Anika Noni Rose play jukebox and how she delivers her lines. Very
Yep.
calm, very mysterious, very almost a whisper, but with a lot of anger in her voice. See, you can be angry. Being angry don't mean you yelling. You actually, to me, the scariest people are the ones that don't yell, but you know they'll look you in your face and say, "I will kill you," and but they're not yelling, screaming, "I'll kill you." They're just saying, "I'll kill you," and they're super calm. Those are the more scary people to me, and that's how Nika Noni Rose delivered Jukebox. She was whispering almost, and that's how you could feel that same cadence creep in as Haley delivers her lines in that deli, and that's when you really heard it in the deli.
So
I mean, the deli,
A&R
the diner.
Soul Music said, I had no idea Courtney Kemp is the reason why Ghost was killed in OG Power. She's petty for that. Go to our videos.
Yep.
If you
Go
go
to our
look
video.
up our video,
Yep.
the real
Yep.
reason why Courtney Kemp wants the world to hate Ghost. And I also had a video called Courtney Kemp Continues to Taunt Ghost, right?
Yeah.
Continues to that's about 3 or 4 years old. I told that
Yeah.
story that it was Courtney Kemp, and now 50
Yeah.
Cent just confirmed it in a recent interview. So
Yep.
we told y'all 3 years ago, 4 years ago now, the video is
Yeah.
that it was Courtney Kemp with
Yep.
personal issues
Yep.
with Amari Hartwick. And also,
Yeah. And it was
we
really,
said
it
in
was
there
actually
the
very,
same
it
thing
was
that
very
50
messy.
said. She was
It
jealous
was,
of 50 Cent.
yeah.
She was
Yep.
jealous. She was really jealous of Amari because
Yeah.
everybody started, saying that this Amari was the show. If it wasn't for
He was the
Amari,
face
there
of it.
wouldn't be any.
Yep.
And then that's when she got on the power trip, Ghost as a character, and you know, yeah, but he was the face of the show. He was the face of
Yep.
He was the
stars.
face of the he was face of the network. You know, he helped bring that network up to par because of that show and he being the face of the show. And like I said in the video, I said it in post. I'll say it one more time. Courtney Kemp, as a writer and creator, she wanted to be Shonda Rhimes. Shonda Rhimes is a creator. She created Grey's Anatomy. She created Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, all hit shows on ABC, a major network, not a cable network, a major network.
Hmm.
And uh, Shonda Rhimes gets all the accolades. No one talks about the stars of those shows. They talk about Shonda Rhimes for creating them. So Courtney Kemp wants to be Shonda Rhimes, and she's not. So, and the fact remains that she needed 50 to make the Power Universe go. Like I said to people all the time, 50's a master marketer. He's been that way since he was rapping. I mean,
Yep.
I remember him selling his mixtapes in Queens. He's a master marketer, right? So without him, the show would have never been as big. Without him, that show would have been Empire, pretty much. It wouldn't have been as big as it became and crushed Empire and those other shows because 50 goes so hard. Because Courtney wouldn't have been going so hard because nobody knows her. You know what I'm saying? Or they didn't know her when we started. So, yeah, I mean, so check out our video on that because we really, we break that down. So I think why they showed
Amari Lucas.
1975.
Yeah. think why they showed
1975.
1975. They were raised
They were
together, but
raised
she played the
together,
game differently.
but she played the game differently.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
that's a
yeah,
good
they
point.
showed that. That's good.
Oh
Yeah.
God, we need a breeze, but oh no, no, please.
A Breeze spinoff. No, we don't.
No,
Nah.
no,
Nah,
Big
we don't
Two,
Breeze.
please, no.
Now granted, it would be interesting because of that actor. He's a good actor, but
Yeah.
I don't need to see a Breeze spinoff over
You
there
know,
in Brooklyn.
they already disappointed me with Breeze. They took too long to bring him in. Then they bring him in. He was underwhelming. It was underwhelming how he came in. And then on top of that, they all this stuff that now you got to think back to be like, was Kanan ever telling the truth about anything?
No,
Breeze was strong. He wasn't smart. This guy seems pretty smart to me. He
he
had
plays
Stephen on
smart to
listening to
me.
him.
Yeah,
This
he
guy seemed
plays
pretty smart to
chess.
me. He was smarter than
Plays
Kanan.
chess. Yeah,
You know what I
definitely
mean?
smart.
So, Kanan was getting manipulated left and right. I didn't see Breeze getting manipulated.
Nope,
You know what I mean?
not one time.
And then the whole, same routine every day. They knew he'd be there watching Jeopardy. I seen that nigga watch Jeopardy one time for 30 seconds.
Yep.
Yep.
He watched Jeopardy one show, and it was about 20 seconds. I thought he watched it all the time. You
Never
supposed
mentioned it again.
I can see if
You
you
could have
see
had another
every
episode.
time you see him, you supposed to see him either turning off Jeopardy or watching it.
Yep. Yep. Someone said he was lying to Tyreek. Yeah, I think he was. He was just lying to him to more stuff to turn Ghost against him. And it worked. Cause how can you kill your own best friend?
Shut up. I can't
Tyreek
stand
gets
it.
on my nerves, bro. That nigga gets on my nerves with that little uh, uh, pompous ass voice he got. It pisses me off. I'm killing your own best friend.
I'm not.
So it'll be a fake tough guy voice. Every time he tried to get froggy with Ghost would hem his ass up. That's why I used to love
And
You know?
yeah,
Well-
and Yaya, you're right about that. I think I put that in the video as well. They need to bring back 2-Bit. Unfortunately, he started dating Kemp and they broke up, and you know the rest. Yep. As soon as
You know the
it
rest.
seemed like he was getting ready to rise up
Yeah.
to one of the main
Yeah.
characters when she was dating him,
Why-
and then they split
Why
up, and
wouldn't
next
have
thing you know,
they? Right.
he got his car stolen and never came back for it.
Never came back. They did him dirty though. They should have pulled him over to Force. He should have got pulled over to Force. She didn't have nothing to do with Force. They should have pulled him over to Force, man. Because he could have been Tommy's right hand man over in Force. So that was messed up.
I dropped a little gangster T on this one. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I hear you, Heavy, too, but I was right there. I almost did. I almost did when Rock was laying there with her fine self. How can you kill somebody that fine, Jukebox?
Well,
Jukebox.
jukebox, you find yourself. Haley Kilgore's fine out of that jukebox get up. But
Oh, the mic.
I'll
The mic
say-
is making noise. Is that your mic
that's
or is
not
that
mine.
Terrell?
That ain't my mic.
Trying to mute it, but it's not muted. Yeah.
I did.
All right. So
Yeah, we had to mute your mic because it's making some crackly noise.
make a snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That crackle pops.
Black Beto. What's up, Black Beto? How are they going to show Ghost and Tommy kill Breeze if it's set in 2002? So the flashback, good question. If it's 2002, I don't understand how they're going to do it either because Breeze is supposed to be dead by then. So unless
Why
they're
is it
going to go
supposed to
back,
be? It's
Yeah.
set in 2002. Yeah, it's
set in
going to be through
2002,
flashback.
Breeze is already dead.
Well, the episode's called 2002. That's the name of the episode. So, I
Right.
don't
So
know.
I would think that they're going to name it 2002 because I would think it's going to be in 2002, and he still ain't. I guess they're going to just retcon the.
Oh yeah, I'm
The
about to
scar.
switch phones right quick.
Yeah,
Shit.
switch phone because I'm hearing like a phone.
Okay.
With the mic. So I guess they're going to have to retcon the scar on his neck because he didn't get that neither.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't get the scar, so that they That's another plot hole that they didn't fill, which was easy to fill. They could have did that all the way back in season one. She said she gave it to him when they were kids. She could have gave it to him when she found out
He's
that he
supposed to
cooked
give
up
it to
that
him after he
bad
killed
crack.
Nicole with them bad drugs.
Yeah,
That's when he
that
should have given it to him.
bad crack, and killed Nicole. She could have in rage gave him that scar. But that was something that Courtney Kemp said. It was never actually written. So that's probably going to be their excuse for saying it's not canon because it wasn't written or recorded or shot. It was, it was something that was Courtney was talking about. But I can't imagine Courtney Kemp saying that if the background isn't written down somewhere. Because when you build characters, you create their backstories, you create their backgrounds. So you can't tell me that they put the scar on him for a reason, right? And people ask about it, and she came and said what it is, but we didn't get a chance to see that. So that's pretty much that.
Troop said, I like how Rock didn't
Who's
beg.
next?
She went out like Mark. Yeah, she was actually getting ready to do the same thing with Kanan. Remember, once she realized that Kanan was going to kill her, she just closed her eyes like, oh, I'll just take it. And then,
Yeah.
remember, she closed her eyes and she was just ready for Kanan to shoot her. I mean, Black Beetle, yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember you said Jukebox was going to you're another one who said Jukebox was going to get you, and then I think A&R also said that as well.
Wow.
Um, yeah, always thought he meant the grave. Yeah, I always thought he did too, and because of
Yeah,
how
it
Ghost
was
and
never a
Tommy
question
responded.
for me. They said that he had no known, no living relatives. That was on the TV,
Yeah, it was on the news.
on the news when they reported his death. Tariq was watching it on TV, and they said he has no relatives, no living relatives. So that alone told me, okay, his mother eventually is gonna die. Didn't know how, didn't know by whose hand, but I knew she was gonna die. So there you have it.
Their family plot is kind of close to the St. Patrick. Your mic is still doing that, Terrell. Their family plot
I'm
is
finna
kind of close
response, guys. Ugh.
to St. Patrick. So I don't know what that. I don't know what you mean by that, but meaning the
That their
whole family thing about them killing the family
their
members, whatever.
family plot is kind of close to the St. Patrick's. So he's basically saying, I mean, I don't know what they mean by that, but I guess it just means the St. Patrick's.
The son
What?
killing the mother and Tariq killing the father. I mean, that whole thing to me is, and again, somebody that made that point that, and I seen a couple of content creators. A couple of content creators made videos, and they were not happy with the fact that this non-black man, Sasha Penn, is writing
Story
black stories
about
where
black kids killing their
black kids come
family and
back. Because
their
I
parents.
can truly say, and I can only speak from my own experience, coming up in New York around those
Hmm.
same times, and had a cousin
And
that
people.
that
Yep.
that was in the game in Queens in those same apartments with 50 Cent, right?
Yep.
So my
Went to
cousin
school
came
with
up with
50
50
Cent,
Cent,
actually. Yep.
right? So I know for a fact that black kids, especially sons with no fathers in their life,
We
they
ain't
didn't
killing
kill
their
their
mothers.
mothers.
They're
Black
not even
boys wasn't
thinking
killing their
about killing
moms
their mother. Think about
in the
this.
80s and 90s.
In the hood, right? If you can have the biggest killers. There's times if you was a killer, like our cousin was, and you saw a dude that you wanted to kill, if he was with his mother, you gave him a pass for that moment, for that day.
For that day.
That's how it used to be. It's like you lucky you with your mom's, or
Yeah,
he's lucky
dudes
he's with his
killing their
mom's.
own mothers. Like
Cause
that
we
don't
not they
happen.
wouldn't even kill their enemy in front of their mother. They respected, there was a little bit of a code. It's still, I mean, eventually, if the mother wasn't there, they'd kill him. But there was a little bit of a code. I'm not gonna kill you in front of your mother. I'm not gonna
I'm
kill you in
sorry.
front of your
Black
mother.
kids don't kill their parents like that. Now,
No.
of course, the
Someone said
generation.
not in NYC.
That's what
What?
I'm
Not in
saying.
NYC. What? Yeah, no,
Nope.
that don't happen in
Nope.
NYC. It don't.
I tell you, I grew up around those times.
Yep.
That's my era. That's my era. People were not black kids don't kill their uncles that are like their fathers. They would never do that.
No.
They would never do that.
No.
But Power
No.
just ain't got no family code. You got niggas took out his whole family. You got niggas
He
killing
took out his whole
their
bloodline.
close cousin. Juke is like his sister.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then he was, and he didn't take out his mother, but he was going to.
He was going
He
to.
would have killed his own mother.
He would have killed his own
You know-
mother.
you know,
That would have
so-
started it all.
Yeah, that is the one of the issues I have. Other than all the plot holes or whatever, that is a major issue that I
Yeah.
had. And then to find out that the person writing it ain't even black. Now Courtney Kemp did it with Tariq. However, I'm gonna give her a little bit more of a pass because Tariq is this generation. There's crazy fools killing their mamas in this generation.
Yeah.
Right? And on top of that, Courtney Kemp she's what I call a peppermint. She's not really. I think one of her parents is mixed with something. Courtney Kemp ain't all black. She ain't all black. One of her parents is mixed. Probably the mama. I'm not sure. Is mixed with something, right? Now,
Someone
Courtney
asked it
Kemp
in the
wasn't
dope
brought
game.
up
I don't know what they mean by that.
in the dope. Absolutely in the dope game. Hell
In the
no.
dope game, yes. Nobody.
Hell no.
Nobody. They were not killing their parents,
Mm.
bro, and they're not killing their family members. Not like that.
No
You know what I'm
way.
saying? Maybe a cousin. That's about as worse it would get.
But not no first cousin
maybe.
like
Not
Duke
no
was.
first cousin.
That's
or not,
close
no,
like a
yeah.
brother and sister. That's like you killing Anwar.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen.
Wouldn't happen.
The drug game or no drug game.
No.
There's no way that
There's
black
no
families,
way
especially
that
in New
is
York,
not
that's
in
where
black
it was
families.
crazy. In New York,
That's all we can
wasn't
speak
nobody killing their mamas or
I
hurting
just
their
told
mamas
you.
or
I
allowing
just-
anybody to kill their mama.
Right. I just told you. Not only that, they wouldn't even kill you in front of your mama. They wouldn't even kill if you happen to be in the street with your mother. They would not kill you at that moment. They wouldn't run up on you if you was with your mother. They'd get you after, or even if you just left your mother, they go get you. But it's a weird thing. It's a weird street code. Don't wild out in front of moms. And they always was respectful. The hoods in the hood, the gangsters, whatever you want to call them, they were always actually respectful to adults or to people's mothers. So
No more.
no
You
more.
can
These
see.
guys now
You can,
ridiculous.
I mean,
Just know
but you
nothing.
can see that's the reason why I give them, even though it still don't really happen like that. I'm not trying to be racist or trying to be fresh, but that's mostly you be seeing them white kids doing that. The white
Yeah.
kids be the one taking out their whole family, and you didn't see black kids doing that, right?
Not really.
And so this whole thing with the taking out his uncle and taking out his moms, and it's just very un-black like. Like black families didn't
Realistic.
do that.
Yeah, when it comes to blacks.
You know what I mean?
Listen.
So, but again, power is supposed to be set in Gen Z generation. I be seeing Gen Z people now doing stuff that I would never see nobody in my generation doing. You know what I mean? Singing and making videos on people's graves, and we didn't do that back in the day. You learn to respect the dead. These dudes are laughing and making they're up in court being sent like you sent me the thing with the 72-year-old woman. Old people and back then women, that's even with the mafia. women and kids were off limits.
Yeah.
And back in them days, it was always respect your elders. I'm seeing some the other day. This generation dragged a 72-year-old woman to her death, dragged her across to her death,
Now,
and they're up
you
in
know,
court getting sentenced probably for life, and they're laughing
and they're
and
laughing.
quit walking in court.
You know what
But that's
happened?
this generation.
Yeah.
They have no regards
They
for
may
their
not
own
even have
life
made it.
or anyone else's
Yeah.
life.
They may not even have made it to court if that would have happened back in the day in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You dragging
Somebody would have took
somebody's
them out.
grandmother.
Yeah,
Somebody
somebody.
that
Their
probably took
mother.
them out. They probably wouldn't have never even made it to court. They'd have got taken out on the streets. So it's just certain things, man. Everything. Put it this way, and I see dude keeps dropping in saying that's the dope game. That's not the dope game. Not in New York. Okay, I get it. I mean, I'm not denying. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but in New York, that's not
During
how
that
it
time.
was. It might be that way now, but during
Right.
that time, it wasn't like that.
Nope.
And like I said, all different levels of crime, criminals, gangsters, whatever you want to call them, they have. You have to have a code in order for your crew to last. If you have no sort of code whatsoever, you're not gonna last long. One of the things that they said to Rock, you have no morals. What did he say? He said you
Yeah,
have
he said you have
yeah,
boundaries.
no boundaries. You have no more. That's what he's saying. He said that to Rock because that's what he's saying, man. Like everybody can get it. Like she always says, everybody can get it. You can't have that attitude. Everybody can get
Right.
it.
Anybody get it, including you. You telling that to your son?
Anybody,
No,
anybody can
so
get it.
that's
And was
not the dope game.
it
At least
was
like I
weird.
said,
That's not. It's
I
not
don't
how the
know
dope
about. I don't
game
know if that
was.
how you knew dudes is, but that's not
Yeah.
how it was when I was coming up. That's
Nah.
for a fact. And like I
It
said,
in the. I'm gonna tell you right now. There's certain things you can be in the hood, and you can be amongst street guys, gangbangers, killers. Guess what? If you was with your mother, they would respect your mother. If you was a dude, uh, you know how some people say the streets raised them. If you was a cat that was like good in school or a dude played ball or something like that, they protect you. They would protect you. You know what I'm saying? Because they want you to get out and represent and do something good. So there's always been somewhat of a code, some sort of moral structure. Not now. These kids today don't care about nothing. They don't care about nothing. So that's just the way. But Raising Canaan takes place in the '90s, and that's not how it was in the '90s. That's not accurate. Not in New York. And I don't know if Sasha Penn is from New York, but that's not how it was in New York.
she told him damn near what her father told him. That's right. Marvin foretold him he wasn't going to have nobody, and Juke made sure that Misery Loves Company. Yeah, he did. He did say something similar. You ain't gonna have nobody there because ain't nobody gonna be left that care about you.
Hmm.
Please, no more
Yeah.
prequels. We need a sequel of a whole new family. Oh man. He said, "Yep, snap,
No more
crackle, and pop,
secret.
Rice Krispie Crew." I have
Yep.
a theory that Kanan felt so attached to Tommy and Ghost because they reminded him of his uncles. I don't know. They were
Possibly.
younger than him, so I don't know whether.
But yeah, but
I
still,
mean, they still
just
could. I'm
they
not
were the
saying you're
closest
wrong.
thing to family for him, and you could tell that Kanan actually is a little bit not manipulated, but he became a little vulnerable when it came to it because obviously he trusted Ghost, and Ghost set him up and sent him to prison for 10 years. And even
Rightfully
after the
so.
fact,
After
right?
after seeing this, listen. Um, I was saying anything in mind. Okay, yeah, I'm not saying yeah. You could be right about that. Uh, imagine Miles Morales joins Power. Who's Miles Morales? Hold on.
That's a
Oh
possibility.
no, Miles Morales. They're referring to the guy who plays Breeze, because he did the voice of Miles Morales in Spider-Man
Oh,
Into the Spider-Verse.
okay,
So yeah,
yeah.
that's what they're
He
calling
did. He
him.
did. He did. He did. It said, "Is it Flip? Is it Flip? I don't know." You have to tell me what you mean by that, Amari. Man, I like how the show shows that there were no winners in the streets. Fast money is expensive, right? But hey, unique kind of one. you know,
At least he got out. And
remember, unique got out the game, and he was able to start over because remember, unique got that stole that money from Kanan.
hmm
So a lot of people was like, "Oh, how's Unique gonna go anywhere without any money?" He still had something because remember he stole that all that money from Kanan, and then he
Yep.
got the money out of the Chinese spot. He robbed them too.
hmm
So he spent a little money to getting Panessa a spot in the sun, but they still had bread. I ain't
Well,
gonna lie, I'm surprised Stars greenlit Power Legacy as a TV series. Power Book 2 was trash.
yeah.
Thank you. Somebody had to say it was trash. They fumbled the ball with the last season, and Power Force last episode was horrible too. Thank you. I'll
That
tell
was
you,
terrible.
A&R. Thank God you said it because when I was saying it, people be attacking me. All these I call them PGs, power glazers. All these
Yeah.
power glazers that be telling me about Tariq. I'm sorry, you're not gonna convince me about Tariq. I've never been convinced. I don't like him as an actor. No, I don't care about. Oh yeah, he really got better. No, he didn't. Like to me, he didn't get much better. He still can't fight. He been in the drug game. How you the biggest drug dealer in Queens and you can't fight? And there's never been a drug dealer who is the kingpin that can't fight a lick. Like that's crazy. I mean, ain't learned no judo, ain't learned no kickboxing, ain't learned
Nothing.
nothing. And so the whole power ghost dynamic to me, that was Courtney Kemp
Yeah.
trying to convince us that she don't need Amari Hartwell. That's the reason why. But one thing that Courtney Kemp did do with Ghost, and I called her out on this online, and she got mad. Is you don't like Ghost, right? And you don't like Amari. However, you purposely never showed Amari's body because
Yep.
you knew
I was
people were
saying
going
that
to tune
too.
in. You
Yep.
knew people were going to
Yep.
tune in to Ghost
Yep.
because they kept thinking, "My Ghost gonna show up. Ghost gonna show up. Ghost gonna."
Yep.
She purposely didn't show his body, purposely, because
Yep.
she wanted to use the possibility that people saying, "Oh, Ghost coming," and that's exactly what they did through all 4 seasons of Ghost. Oh, Ghost coming. Oh, Ghost is following Tariq. Oh, you heard all these theories. Oh, that was Ghost at the red light when Tariq was there. Come on, man. Like she used the fact that everybody thought Ghost was still alive, which was how it should have been the original plan anyway.
That's how it was in the original plan, but she
Right.
didn't. She changed it. But
She
yeah,
changed.
that's the thing. She got too petty, got too big for her britches, as my grandmother used to say, and you know, thought that she could carry her name alone would carry this universe, and that's not the case. She still needed 50 to be heavily involved to push the other shows, and you know, like Courtney Kemp on her journey to become Shonda Rhimes. She came to Netflix and had a successful show. I know a lot of people don't want to watch Nemesis. They're saying, oh, but regardless of what you think of it, the show was the biggest show on Netflix when it aired. And now, because of the success for that, she's now gotten a deal with Apple TV. So now she's gonna go and create. She left Netflix after that big deal they gave her. She left it again, and now she went to Apple TV because they gave her an even bigger deal.
right? And you're
to
doing all
develop
that, and she
shows.
purposely, even though Nemesis was nothing like Power, she did
Yeah.
take some of the people, some of the familiar
Yep.
faces from Power,
Yeah.
and put it in Nemesis, which is cool for
Including the
them,
writers.
right? You're right, which
Including
is
the
cool for
writers.
them, and some of the writers as well. But like I
Yep.
said, that whole
Michelle
book,
Mitchell. Shout out
Two
to Michelle
Ghosts,
Mitchell.
the hell, I'm not gonna lie. The only reason that I watched it the first season is because I did not believe Ghost was dead, and I
Yeah.
thought Ghost was gonna pop up. Right, so that's the only reason why I continued to watch it. Then I just started. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching for the wrong reasons. I just started watching for the girls. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I
Hey, man.
I was,
And
I was
that's not
only
the wrong
watching it
reasons.
for Professor to see Professor Milgram get
Professor
her
Milgram.
back blown out.
Yep.
Diana, Effie, and Lauren. That was it.
Yep. Well, look, yeah,
That was
but-
the only reason I
And the
tuned
only
into
other
that show.
character that entertained me was Kane. Yeah, I didn't care about his character, but he entertained me.
That
So.
that whole setup to me was dumb. Like Columbine had one shooting and they were closed damn near a year. This school done had 4 or 5 murders, and them niggas is back open for business the next day. Like, come on, man. It's supposed to be a private, rich school. The moment Tariq St. Patrick stepped foot on that campus, everything started happening. This nigga never got suspended. Like they never closed the school and said that's it.
Only
This
pulling
school
bodies up out of there. They done had about 5 or 6 bodies drop on that campus.
And they're like, "Oh, make sure y'all have class the next day." Like, what?
The professor, the guy who was, I forgot his name.
Professors is dropping dead.
He died.
Milgram got hung. Like, what?
Yeah.
Students
Milgram
dying.
hung. Students died. Then you had what was the other one that got killed? Oh, the cop, a federal agent gets killed on your campus. And
You got what's his name?
The Fed should have shut it down.
Then Tariq got arrested, was allowed to come out to school. This fool got took the blame for dealing course correct. Why was he allowed back on that campus? Why was what's his name? The white boy?
Braden's face.
Why was Braden allowed back
plastered.
on that campus after he got caught selling drugs?
Braden's face should have been plastered all over that school, and they've been like, "Do not let this man in here. If you see him, call the security."
Yeah.
Then you got Tariq, who you ain't never seen this nigga at a gun range the first.
No.
You ain't never seen, at least Kanan, you saw Rock teaching Kanan how to shoot.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen Tariq at a gun range. He ain't never shot a damn bird with a BB gun. Nothing. This nigga's out here taking out professional hitmen. Remember when they
Yep, with him and
when
Braden.
they kidnapped Noma's daughter, and she had all them security. These dudes is out there snipering professional hitmen. He ain't never shot a gun in his life. I'm like, come on, man.
Other than killing Ray Ray.
Yeah, killing Ray Ray at point blank range. Like, come on, bro. Like, that show. You talk about far-fetched. That show is too far-fetched. You got all these professors and shit dropping dead, and then the school stayed open, and he was allowed to come to class the next day. Like, I've been like, yo, until all this is sorted out, you ain't coming back on this campus. But none of this stuff started happening till you brought your tight ass up in here.
Amen.
What's up?
Hey, but guys, y'all know one thing I'm finna say. I got a shout out to my girl, Patricia Miller. The way she played Rock.
Oh, she did her thing.
Unreal. She you right about that to her. If she don't get an Emmy, they gonna have to see me. They gonna have to see me. I mean, this woman should have an Emmy. Matter of fact, I don't know what they
I
got
know she got
against.
a global.
I don't know what they got
I
against
mean,
Power, but
what's the name
Power
of that
never
award?
wins Emmy.
Golden Globe or
I think
Emmy?
that was she
Probably
got
Emmy
one
because
time.
Emmy's is for television, so she may have got.
I don't think
But
she
she
ever
might
got
have
a
got a
Golden.
Tony because she's a Broadway
No,
actress
she
too,
may have
so
got a
she may
Golden
have got
Globe
that.
or
But
People's Choice. She did not get an Emmy. I don't even think. I don't think 50 Cent has ever won an Emmy for any of the
nope,
powers.
which I think that's wrong. I'm sorry.
That's like Nicki Minaj not winning a Grammy. Like at some point, Power should have gotten a damn Emmy. I mean, at somebody. Rock, Patina Miller is amazing. Ghost, Amari Hartwick, all them years he was the lead, the face of stars. Tell me he didn't get one? You know,
Mm, mm, mm.
crazy, crazy.
Hey, but you know what, guys? On everybody in the chat right now, I want to hear from y'all. How y'all rate this whole Power Book 3 Raising Canaan?
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. So in the chat room, y'all can put in the chat from 1 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
From 1 to 10, y'all put in the chat how y'all rate this entire series. Now, you mean
Series.
not the season? You mean the season or the whole
The whole
series in
series.
general?
The whole series.
The
Like,
From
whole
1 to
series.
10, 10 being the best. From 1
10
to
being,
10, everyone drop in
I'm
the in
probably
the
at
in the
about eight,
chat.
8.5.
Yeah, definitely. I'm up there. I'm up there high because this season to me, this show to me, I did not see anything that I was displeased with until like season 3 or 4, like season 4. Like other than that, this show for me, someone said 10 out of 10. Okay.
I
What we
got
got here? 10 priceless
Good 10.
king.
y'all gonna be surprised with what I got this show rated.
Oh yeah, what you got?
I got 1,000 out of 10.
He said 1,000 out of 10. Even
Hey,
even
listen.
with even with killing Marvin and
Right.
Rock, you still giving him 1,000.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I made a
so
post when I saw that last week episode when Kanan killed Marvin. I'm like, what the?
yeah,
I'm like, damn, damn, damn. Now I'm finna
exactly.
make another post in a few minutes.
There
My
go there
baby
go
mama gone.
there go
My
priceless.
baby mama gone.
There go priceless flopping again. Now
Flip flopping again.
priceless 1 minute she don't want them gone. The next minute, oh, I'm glad they gone. Hopefully Sasha Penn
Hopefully,
bring
such
him back
brings
for
him
Power
back.
Legacy. Bring back who? Bring back Tariq? Oh,
God,
he probably meant 2-Bit.
yeah.
Not better than Breaking Bad. Um, I was
Mm,
really into Breaking Bad. The
yeah.
first season,
God
No,
damn
I
it.
don't think it's
I
better than
kind of
Breaking
lost
Bad.
interest after
Yeah,
like, all right,
Breaking Bad to
I
me
kind
is
of
one of
lost
the
interest.
best written series ever. I thought it was written very well. So, no, I'm not putting it up there with Breaking Bad. But out of the Power universe, this
Yeah,
is one of the
probably the
best. I
best
said
show.
before,
I think it's
it's
better than
probably the
Power.
best. It's probably the most
It,
consistent,
by a little,
well
by a
written,
little, but it's
very
better.
by an edge, well written, very well acted. Um, you could say your favorite is OG Power because of Ghost, maybe. Ghost is still. Here's another question, y'all. Who is your two? It's a two-part question. Who's your favorite character in Raising Kanan, and then tell us who's your favorite character in the entire universe of Power. Now that's probably I kind of can guess what most people are gonna say, but first put who's your favorite character from the show Raising Kanan. It could have been any season. Hell, you could say Symphony was your favorite character. He was only in one season.
And
Whatever.
now we
Just
have make sure everybody hits the like button and share this with somebody. Say, hey, the
yeah.
Clark brothers and IE Network, they going live. They talk about Raising Canaan. Share this with at least two
Kanan and
people.
Kanan.
There's over 400 people in this chat. And again, on Twitter, if y'all hit open chat
Juke.
You can chat. Don't be shy, y'all. I should be seeing if there's 400 people in the chat. I should at least be seeing at least. I'll say half. I should be at least seeing 200 numbers on here. I asked y'all.
This person said
between,
Kanan and Kanan.
Right.
Between
that's what Terrell said. Rate the series, and also the director just asked who's your favorite character on Raising Kanan, and who was your favorite character on those. I won't even say all 400 people. At least half of y'all should be saying something.
Yeah.
I got a two-way tie.
Tanner got your phone tapped. I think he's talking to Terrell. I already said Tanner got your phone tapped. Out of all the power characters, Ghost was one of my favorites because he had a little more compassion and humanity than Kanan and Tariq. Ghost was my favorite. Ghost was in my fantasy, in my Raising Kanan fantasy game that I should make. I mean, in my Power Universe fantasy game, Ghost will end up with Panessa. Because Panessa was everything Ghost wanted Tasha to be. Panessa, if Unique, when Unique was going good in the drug game, she was living that life. She enjoyed it. But when it came down to when danger started affecting her son, she was like, I don't care what you can, you can take all this away right now if you're telling me that I can be with you. That's what Ghost wanted Tasha to say. That's what Ghost wanted Tasha to say. Well, Panessa told him, you can be anything in the world you want to be. That's what Ghost wanted Tasha to tell him when he asked her, what do you think that I was going to be? And she's the biggest GD drug dealer in New York. And when he was talking about washing his money and turning that business into a legitimate business because he didn't want his kids to find out that he was a drug dealer. And the thing that kills me is everybody killed Ghost. Oh, Ghost is a bad parent. Oh, Ghost did this to Tariq. Ghost is another Tariq. Tariq was living a life. Tariq did not have to get into the drug game at all. No. Tariq was too busy worrying about who his father was laying pipe to. That ain't your business.
Yeah.
That ain't your business. I mean, so the fact that he wanted to wash his money and make his business legit before his kids could realize what he did to get all that money. So to me, Ghost was by far the best parent out of everybody. To me, but if you're
the only one that left his kids money,
drug dealers,
He left all his kids money too.
Right. So even after all that, so to me, Ghost is the one. And when Panessa told Unique, I don't give a hell about that money. You can take it all the way today. All me and Jerome really want is you.
Yeah.
No matter, and she basically let him know, no matter what you're gonna be after this day, I'm with you. I'm gonna support you.
Yeah.
Tasha was up in the club. They came in there and said, "Oh man, we're gonna clear 50,000 tonight." And they was happy. Tasha turned up her nose at 50,000 in one night. You know what I mean?
Some of the answers are coming in. Some of these people's answers have been coming in for favorite characters.
What did Price just say about Tasha? I think Tasha was sticking to the plan. She loved the game too. He knew who she was when he got one. Well, understandable. But you also have Price. You always have to remember, what he told Tasha. There ain't no at some point. What did she just want to do that until they're dead? Until they
They
both die?
die. Yeah.
He said
Mhm.
there's no, I don't know any old retired wrinkled drug dealers. So did she just expect to just sell drugs her whole life until they
Mm-hmm.
both finally got taken out? Then what about their kids? What
Mm-hmm.
happened to their children?
He had that covered.
Tasha should have got with Tommy. That's who Tasha should have been with. Tasha should have been with Tommy.
Yeah.
I was saying that.
That's
I
funny.
was just saying that a couple days ago. I mean, some years back.
Unique then Ghost. Someone said for favorite characters, I guess. Unique
Someone was
as
giving
far
their
as raising
moms crack
Kanan.
work. Was again, those are the ones that ain't got no morals compass. I don't know how old you are, Amari. Like I said, I can only talk about my experience. I didn't know anybody in New York that gave their mama crack. Now, maybe you did. Maybe you did. But I didn't. Nobody I knew would ever do that to their mama.
First of all, yeah, crack, man. They were crackheads back in the 80s and 90s. Man, it took you a while to figure out if you knew a crackhead. It took you a while to figure out they was a crackhead because they used to do that in secrecy. We had a crackhead living in our house, to be honest, and he was a neighbor who was moved into our house, and my mother was a bleeding heart type of person, always used to take people off the street. And this nigga was doing crack for about a year, and we didn't know he was doing crack because he did it in secrecy. But like I said, hey, we're not knocking what you're saying. If you're saying that you know this is to be fact, well, we know also to be fact that we've and I left New York in 2015. I was 40 years old.
Hmm.
So
I got family
my
in New York.
yeah, my 40 years in New York, coming up in New York, in that I like we had family in that South Jamaica Queens. We went out there frequently enough. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen stuff like that.
As a matter
You
of
know,
fact, our cousin was so deep in the game, he had ops all over the place.
yeah.
But whenever he's with they never ran up in his grandmama house.
And she lived right there in
And she lived
Rochdale,
right there in the
Queens,
heart of 109 and God Brewer. She never
109
ran up
God
in his
Brewer,
house, and he had ops everywhere.
everywhere. His mama lived there too. His mother lived there. His grandmother lived there. Right there at 109 and God Brewer apartment, Rochdale Apartments. So I'm sorry, I can't
Again,
say I witnessed
I
it.
don't know where you from. I don't know
Yeah,
whether you're from New York. Let's see, if you're not from New York, then yeah, you
then that's
probably
fine.
did.
Yeah, it's
And
very
if you're
possible.
not from that generation, I'm not talking about no. Oh, I'm 35. No, that's not that generation. You know what I'm saying?
Because I live
35,
down the
36,
block.
37, 39, 40. That's not that generation. You know what I mean?
You
So
lying? What you talking about? You lying? Who's lying? What's he mean?
yeah, I don't know who's lying. I know mother
Lying
that was
about
crack.
what?
He must be talking to him. Kanan had nothing left. No mother that was crackheads. He stole from their sons. Well, your son totally different. Now you're saying talking totally different. Sure,
Mhm.
I know people who mamas who wasn't crackheads that stole from their sons, but that is nothing close to them killing their mother or killing
Yeah,
their son.
yeah. It
Sure,
didn't
I know
happen.
Mhm.
people who stole from their sons, and I know
It didn't
sons
happen.
that stole money from their mama. But that
And
is
if you're
a
gonna, if
way
what,
different story
right? What
than what
people
we
have to
talking.
understand is this type of thing. We know that it's gonna be a little more dramatic because it is a drama series, a crime drama series. So stuff's gonna be a little more dramatic. All we're just telling you is that it really is. It's dramatized. That did not happen back then. Not in that area. Not in that area. Um,
And we've seen other to confirm it. If you go all around YouTube, people that grew up in that area, grew up in that era, saying the
Hmm.
same thing. Like, yo, that wasn't like that. You know what I mean? So, just the other day,
no,
the dude, Raquel wasn't a crackhead,
no.
It
but
was
50
Marvin back in the day before.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
but they ain't killed their mothers in the show. No, but he was going to kill his mama.
He was going to.
He was going to, and it's not like he
Tariq killed
changed
his
his mind
father.
at the last minute.
Yeah,
Right? He just uh the uncle walked it, saved him. The uncle saved him. He was going to kill his mother, and
Hmm.
that goes the same thing. But my point is that immediate family, uncles to dudes with no father was like their father.
yep.
That's your mother's brother. They wasn't taking out their uncles. I don't know where
Wasn't
y'all
that?
Negroes grew up at, but I'm just saying they wasn't doing that in New York in the city. I mean, mothers, uncles that are close to them. Now, if it's an uncle like the dude, like what's his name, Rich Porter's uncle. If it's somebody like him, oh yeah, something different. He was trying to harm the his little brother, or whatever. But somebody who is there, like let's say like Marvin, right?
Hmm.
Like Marvin
Yeah,
was for Kanan.
yep.
Just because he in the drug game, he say, "Oh, I want to take over, so I'm going to kill my uncle." That shit didn't happen. That shit didn't happen where I'm from.
No, mm-mm. It wasn't happening that. And and I'm sure, unless 50 is trying to justify what's happened on the show, which I don't think 50 is a pretty honest guy when it comes to some of that stuff. He was saying he wasn't doing that either. Look at 50 Cent. 50 Cent loved his grandmother, loved his mother. You know what I mean? If it's loosely based on his life, 50 wasn't having his uncles killed. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Or killing them.
right. His uncle,
Yeah.
that uncle that he's based on is locked up.
Yep.
He's a lot, right?
So none
Nah,
of that
y'all,
stuff was
we are
happening,
ruthless.
man.
They
So
were treating it
I'm
like it
not
was
gonna
our generation.
we're not gonna get into a debate of how New York was in the 80s and 90s. We lived through it, so we know
Right.
Hmm.
how it was.
I'm definitely
So
not. I'm not arguing nobody. And again,
don't argue
you
about
know,
that. I don't care about the drug
I
game,
wasn't in the
the
drug
crack
game, but I
game.
had close friends that was, and my
Yep,
first
and
cousin
family.
was.
Yep.
So again,
So
we used to
you
go
know,
out to his house where he would have, just like how Marvin was counting guns, he would do the same thing. And
yeah,
I'd be like, what's all that?
yep.
We would go out to the mall and he would strap up.
Well, I mean, the first time I ever saw a gun in my life, I was 9 years old, and my cousin showed it to me. He was living in South Jamaica, Rochdale, and he showed me a gun. I was like, "Why you have a gun?" He was like, "Cause everyone has a gun out here." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I didn't know what to think, but it's hey man, like I said, if nothing else, and this is the last time I'm gonna say it, at least back then, even criminals had a code of ethics. They respected. They were always raised because these were kids were some of them were products of their environment. It's not really the way they were raised, it's the product of their environment that they were brought up in. So they fall victim to the streets. Because my cousin, rest his soul, he never wanted for anything because his grandmother, who had decent amount of money, She wasn't rich, but she wasn't poor either. She'd get him whatever he wanted,
Mhm.
and he still went to the streets.
His daddy was hustling, I
Still,
think, because his daddy used to have him.
his
My
dad was
my
a
cousin was the
hustler.
first one with hundred I seen with $100 sneakers. I'm like,
Yeah,
how much you pay for your sneakers? He said a
and
hundred
this is
dollars.
in
That
the
was back in the
'80s.
'90s. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
'90s. Yeah, '90s. Yeah, $100 sneakers, belt, $100 belt. What the hell you doing with a belt that costs $100? You know, stuff. He was slinging G packs just like 50 and all of them was doing. Yep. So I mean, it's shout out, rest in peace to 109 Light, uh, 109 Guy Brewer Boulevard, Jamaica, Queens. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. It just wasn't happening back then. Anyone from New York that grew up in that era will tell you the same thing. No, that wasn't happening. It's entertaining to watch, whatever, but Cats was not trying to kill their mother, killing their uncles and even their daddies. They weren't even killing their cousins. Like you said, if they was close cousins, first cousins, stuff like that, nah, we're not doing that. You know why? Even
That's
if
like
they
your
wanted to
brother.
kill their cousin, you have to explain to your mother why you killed her brother or sister's,
Yeah. Well, they
kid.
need it. Why you killed their niece? Why you
Their
kill
niece.
my niece?
Yeah, so
you
that
know,
just didn't happen because
I
there was a
can't believe
respect
it.
back then for mothers and parents. Yeah,
NFL from Harlem took each other out for the most part. NFL, I don't really know
like I
who they are.
said,
NFL from Harlem.
you 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 have cats that and every rule has an exception. If it's one, if you're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of people that was slinging rock, that was slinging
Mhm.
crack back in the
I'm
day, if
sure
you
there was
got
one.
one person, that's an exception, but it's not the rule. The rule was you did not disrespect mothers, grandmothers. You tried not to you tried not to crash out if kids was present.
Mhm.
You just didn't do it. And if you did it, you didn't last long on the streets because you was a scumbag. Like people didn't
They be like, "Oh,
respect you. You
you
didn't
out
get
here hurting
respect.
kids?" They,
Yeah,
it
you
get
didn't
back.
get
It get
respect.
back to that word. Get back to the streets and get back to the team. Yo, they people coming for you. Go push that nigga on the train tracks. He out here hurting kids.
Hmm.
That was a thing back then. You get pushed on the train tracks. Well, so that's the type of punishment you get. Go push that nigga on the train tracks because I hear he out here hurting kids.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, trust me. There's
Wasn't
no
like
reason for
that.
me to lie. Trust me. I lived
Wasn't
through
like that.
that.
Not in New
I can
York.
tell. I can
Not in New
tell
York.
people
I can't
about
speak for
stuff I
no other
lived through.
city. I can't speak for no other city. I
Yep.
can't speak for no other state. It wasn't like that in New York. That's all I'm saying.
During
It
that
just
time.
wasn't like that in
Again,
New York.
maybe it's like that now. I don't know. I don't live in New
He
York
said
anymore. And
it
so
was a
maybe.
whole 4 seasons. I don't know about that, but yeah, yeah. Like I said, man, it wasn't like that. But other than that, that's my only gripe with the writing of Raising Kanan, and that's with the whole Power universe. So it ain't just Sasha Penn. He just following suit because they've been doing that. But like Hev mentioned, it's a little more believable that the young cats are doing it because that's what they're doing now. They're killing their
Mhm.
parents. They have no
Killing
respect.
their friends. They
They're
can
killing their friends, their
not
parents.
caring about people and going to
Whatever,
court and
uncles,
that
cousins,
shit.
doesn't
Back in them
matter.
days, you get sent to court, you get sent to jail for life. You wasn't in there laughing. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
You in there crying and begging for mercy. I said, if you're gonna get sent to jail for life,
So here's a good question, as we start wrapping things up. So what's going to happen in Origins? Well, I mean, we all know that Origins is going to time jump
Pretty much the life
because,
of
as we
Tommy and
just
Ghost.
saw, as of right now, Tommy and Ghost are little kids. They what was they 11? They said 12,
Yeah, they're like 11 or 12.
11, 12 years old.
Because
So
if
they're gonna
Kanan's
time jump.
18, Kanan's 5 years older than him, so they're 12,
Yeah,
13.
yeah, yeah. So they're gonna time jump, which we know is
Well,
gonna
was it
probably be around
is
2002.
Kanan even 18? Because 75, it's not 95. He ain't 20. I think it's
No,
still. Didn't they say Lou died in 93? Didn't his tombstone say 93?
I think so. So he's not even. He's just
So
like
he's what,
18.
18?
Probably like 18. Yeah. Because they were still talking about the cops were still talking about go to school and all this other stuff. So he's just 18. So yeah. But if he's 5 years older than them and they were 12, yeah, he's about 17, 18. Yeah. So there you go. Because they said
Yeah.
12, I think.
So
So that means
Origins,
Kanan
to
was like
answer the
17.
question, yeah, maybe about 12, 13. Now the questions they're gonna indulge into when Kanan meets Tommy and Ghost, and you're gonna see a lot of their relationship. I don't know
Yeah.
if it starts in 2002, if they have that time jump. I don't know what they're gonna do about the Breeze
Breeze.
situation.
Yeah.
You know,
Because
2000, maybe 2002
2002, just like
is
they
where
pointed out, Breeze
maybe
is
they
dead
start
by
go
then.
back. Who knows? Maybe they go backwards and then and do deal with Breeze. I don't know.
They're gonna have to if they're gonna show it because 2002 is definitely past the time. Because if Ghost is now 12, he told Tariq he was his age when he killed Breeze, so that means it's basically 5 years
Tariq
later.
was like
Tariq was like
17 or
16,
18 at that
17.
time.
He was like 17.
17. He hadn't even
So,
turned 18 yet.
so it's gonna be 5 years later. So that's definitely not 2002.
Yeah, that's
It's
98,
basically
99
gonna
or later.
be it's gonna be probably like close to 2000 when it happens. So
So
maybe
somebody said, hold on. Yeah, Kanan's 8. Tommy was going to be 13, 18.
uh,
Somebody said 2004. He said, nah, he thinks they're going to jump to, it's 96.
2004.
Okay, so if it's 96, then yeah, we'll see
That makes
Breeze.
sense.
But as of right now, there ain't been no talk, there's been no mention of Breeze. If
Hmm.
they jump to 96,
Hmm.
but here's the thing, if they jump to 96, Ghost wouldn't be that old. You see what I'm saying? They're showing Ghost and 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 Kanan walking together. Ghost is like, you know, 18, 19 when they're showing that. So unless they're just not showing the uh the footage from when he's, 96, because 96 would only be 2 years from what they are now. Look how they're not going to be no 18, 19. They're like 12 years old right now. He said, come back when y'all stop eating Happy Meals.
So
They're
probably
12
it's
when
about
eating Happy
11 or
Meals.
12.
Yeah,
Huh?
they 12, between 11 and 13 years old. So if they
Yeah.
jump to, even if they jump to 96, Ghost and Tommy's only going to be about 13, 14. 14,
Yeah, that's
15,
not
somewhere in
enough.
there.
They got to jump past that. That means if if Ghost is 12 now, uh, for him to be Tariq's age, it'd be 5 years later. And if we're in what 93,
Yeah.
that would be 98, right?
Yep. 5 years would be 98.
And that would make him 17.
Yep.
So, and 98 is when we need to see around 1998. That's when Breeze should be killed. But I mean, you might see him before then because, see, here's the deal. This is where everything is getting crazy with the Breeze stuff because they have to establish a relationship with Breeze as well. That's why Shamik Moore has to be on Origins at some point, because you have to see them develop a relationship. Remember, he's the one who gave Ghost his name, his nickname.
Yeah.
So they had to have, you got to show us some sort of relationship. So maybe they get started with him at like 13. Well, they're 13 now, but maybe he decides to take them on. Maybe he gets started with them at
Unless because
14.
that was done before they knew it was gonna be there. Unless they retcon it. Remember,
Yeah,
he said that.
I'm tired of
He
people
said
saying
that in
that.
season one. That Breeze named him Ghost.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he ain't calling himself Ghost yet. I'm tired of this retcon. Retconning is lazy writing. You know what I'm saying? The retcon is something to me is lazy writing. It's just basically putting white out over what really happened and then writing over it again, saying, "Now this is what it is." You know, get your writer to put your writer's cap on and write something dope. Don't retcon nothing. You know, you gotta figure it out. They
We
need to
gonna
have
see.
interaction with Breeze.
Yeah.
Period.
But anyway, y'all, it was we'll be back on with making our back
Emma
to
said
our
you giving us
original plans. We still
yeah.
got some to put out there
Yep.
from you know from some of the other power shows, and then we're
Yep.
gonna start making the origin videos because I seen somewhere today they said that it's gonna premiere the end of this year. So maybe December, maybe September, October, something like that. Um,
I heard January
oh, January
of
of
2027.
27, possibly, possibly. But again, me personally, like I don't know about everybody else, but um, Raising Canaan, I gave a chance only because once I started watching it, um, I really didn't mind. I wanted to see how he got to that point, really. Now that I kind of see Kanan and what he's about, the whole Tommy and Ghost thing, like early Tommy Ghost, I can only speak for myself. That don't really interest me like that. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I can't wait for it because you know, we saw Kanan, we saw his story, whatever, and then Ghost and Tommy. I'm really not into all that interested in
Hmm.
seeing young Ghost. I'm just not. Um, Tommy, I'm all Tommy'd out. After Force, I really don't need to see any more Tommy. So
Yeah.
because Tommy had his own show after Power, and now I'm gonna see more. Which Force to me was just a continuation of Power, no involvement. He didn't change nothing about his character changed. It was just a continuation to me from OG Power. I never really got into Force
But just not
because
as
it was
good
it
and
was
bad.
nothing different
Not as
about it.
good acting and not as good story.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean, and
So
a couple of things that they could have used to make it better, they went away from. I will always say it to this day. They came up off of that Dahlia um,
too
storyline
quick,
too fast.
too fast.
Too fast.
Hmm.
They could have made a whole season on that
Half a
Dahlia.
season at least. Yeah. Yeah.
So
You know what? And I think we might end up possibly to get another prequel. If there's room to be DEFCON, I bet you we're gonna get a DEFCON prequel.
find out whether he's
Well,
really left-handed or not.
oh
Hmm.
Lord, I hope we don't get one if that's the case. So, well, It's been fun, guys. It's been real. It's been a journey. And I guess we'll see y'all. Y'all catch our power content going
Hmm.
forward. The original plan.
I
Submit.
just made a post on my TikTok. Oh Lord, I didn't want to post it.
I'm gonna definitely check that out. Y'all make sure y'all check out our videos, the original plan videos. I thank everybody, man, for coming in and watching the show with us and chipping in. I know everybody
Yeah,
got
you
all
did.
different emotions, but
Mhm.
it's on to the next because Raising Canaan's a wrap.
I'm
Yep.
not.
Shout out to
Oh,
Sasha
by the
Finn. Shout
for the
out to
record,
Christina Miller and everybody else.
yeah. For the record, I ain't watching Power Legacy. Sorry, not going there.
Nah,
Not
man.
happening. That's Origins is where I ended. That's it.
Yeah. Tommy and Tariq are like my two least favorite characters in all the Power universe. Like I know a lot of people like Tommy. I never liked Tommy. I don't.
Mm.
I don't think he's a good actor. Right. I did not like that. I was shocked that everybody was so Tommy. I'm like this dude to me. Like shout out to him. He out there doing his thing. But
Joseph Sikora.
I was never into him like that. I never thought he was a great actor. I didn't think the character was all that. Like I think the character has no involvement. He's pretty much doing the same thing that he's doing. He goes to Chicago, still in the same car that he's supposed to be dead. It's dumb. It's dumb. Like
Yeah.
you go to another state, you're still using the same name, and you're still driving around in the same car that you were supposed to have died in, or supposed to be dead in, or you know, they're gonna notice that car. That car is a a unique car, right? You go to a city like Chicago where that is known for his mafia, with no backup at all, just him,
Hmm.
and he took over the whole shit. Like, come on,
Chicago
man.
is a.
I know
I
it's a
love the
show.
Mhm.
I
show.
know people gonna say it's a show,
Yeah,
but
I know.
you gotta make it somewhat believable, even though
Yeah,
it's fiction. This ain't fantasy.
right. It don't have to be. It don't have to be super realistic. It just has to be believable, and that stuff is just not believable. Chicago's one of the biggest gangs. No, biggest city known for gangsters, mafia, and all that other stuff. The Irish mob. You come in there and you're taking over the. You're
Pretty
taking
much
out the
single you
Irish
and
mob.
Diamond.
That's not gonna. That don't happen. That's not happening.
Anyway,
All
I'm
right,
out.
y'all. Y'all, it was great, man. Thank y'all for showing up and hanging out with us for our watch party. And keep the comments coming. Keep dropping comments in the comment section.
Mhm.
What y'all think? Share this with your friends. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Thanks for coming up and joining us,
Peace.
Tyrell. We
No
appreciate
problem,
you.
y'all. No problem. I
All
gotta
right,
get
King
ready
man.
to be
Cuddy,
on
go to
another
bed.
broadcast myself.
King Cuddy,
All right.
go to bed. Talk about
Yeah,
some
go
bad
ahead,
watch. Good
man.
luck.
All right, I'll
Don't
talk to
get
you
me all
later.
pumped up.
That's funny.
All right,
So, all
peace.
right, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.